Hello.
Hello.
What the fuck? What is this?
Who the fuck?
What is that?
That would be Anthony's
Why is
Dark
FujiTech not working?
image.
What is happening right now? What are you talking about?
Get on stream.
Oh, hey.
Anthony is in his Darksiders.
It's not even
thing.
working when Anthony talks.
Oh.
Why is FujiTech so bad all the time?
Everybody, welcome to Darksiders Roleplay. I'm the DS.
Hey yo.
Why? Why is FujiTech so bad all the time?
Why didn't you see the 4 near
There we
voice of the
go.
apocalypse?
I have to literally reset them, I think. Even though it only worked for Squeaky. It only worked whenever I reset Squeaky.
Listen, whoever makes Fujitech, you did it.
Squeaky
You
quick.
already had the formula.
Yeah!
You don't need to adjust it.
Yeah!
Like-
Squeaky showing off her new muted image. God. Let
great
us
time
have
for
our
music.
friends. Where's our friends? What have you done, Ganon?
Well,
He ate us.
I guess
This is
it's up to me now somehow. Well,
boyfriend too.
God dang it.
What an amazing day this is.
I hate this.
This is how they would say scoffed as fuck.
very, very scuffed.
AF.
Not my fault.
Scoffed off.
Off.
Scuffed off.
Off.
Indeed.
Not off, off, AF. Like as in as fuck.
Why is yours working, but no one else is working?
Maybe we just turn off Fujitech for a session.
No.
That would be admitting defeat.
It would be.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
It
Funny thing about life is learning how to pick your battles.
It's okay. I can carry everybody today somehow.
I'm gonna try to change everyone's thing manually. See if that does anything.
Yeah.
I doubt it will, but we'll see. Can you guys talk? Like,
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
yeah, it's working in Fujitech. You guys are moving in Fujitech. You're just not moving out of it.
Have you deleted the source and brought it back again, or like?
Yes.
Okay.
Fuck.
I just tried making a new Eric. I hate this. All right, well,
Does the group link work?
let's see if the group link works.
It might be. We might have to deal with YomeBot being in there,
That's fine.
but like,
You
yeah.
can just hide her behind one of us.
Well, no. If it's the group link, it lines everybody up. But like, you can change YomeBot's image to like a fairy, and then it'll just be another fairy on the screen.
Yeah.
Or we could just have the box just slightly off screen and have her be at the end of it.
That too. Oh, we see the browser source.
Oh my god!
Another
It's just Squeaky and YomeBot!
Why?
That is hilarious.
Okay.
It's
So,
just
Yome's not
Squeaky
even
and
lit up.
YomeBot!
So okay, how about another one? Has everybody else gone on Fujitech and logged in? I had to log into Fujitech
have.
today.
I have.
Okay.
Mine isn't showing up. Oh my god.
Is it time for my long-awaited backstory game?
You're not getting one.
Oh. Well, you heard it here, everybody.
Oh,
Oh,
my
Yome's
god.
there.
Yeah, and now they're not. All right, so we're gonna jump into the game.
Don't worry, everybody here is in spirit.
They're all here in spirit, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I can do.
What can you do?
What? Yes. Oh, wait. It won't work because of the override.
Were you gonna try to like put an image of
had
everyone?
Yeah. Yeah. You know the cool kids thing that Phantom did a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna do that, but never mind.
Well, we're gonna try to see how this goes.
Okay. I cannot mute today.
You are literally the only person being shown. You mute, we will know. And we will laugh. Oh my god. Alright, so, with all that being said, welcome to Zelda. It's the first of the month! There's a couple of things for people to take note of. There are a couple of changes that have happened. First off, we have a whole bunch. Oh god, I didn't loop the music. We're going back to the stream start music.
How are we already 4 months into 2024? What the fuck?
We
Yep. The years of.
did a big thing last month where I was saying that I was gonna be splitting all of the monies we made through the month throughout all the different games. So in the middle of the room, we see that there are a whole bunch of new guidance tokens for you guys. A whole bunch of new guidance tokens.
Oh, that's what those
I
are.
made them gold because of money.
Oh.
Gotcha.
There is one line for each of you, or you can just leave them all here and just use them all as a collective group. I gave you guys each 4 plus 1 because 4 would be how much you would get in a Destiny token. But I also have given you guys 4 rows of these new hero dice.
I was gonna say there's 25 here.
Yep, 1 for each row. You guys take 1 row of 5,
Oh.
and then
only
the
4
other
players.
5 stays here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, if you guys wanted to take 1 row each, there would still be 5 for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Or again, you guys could just have them all together. There's also these rows of new hero dice. I have made it to where 4 sides of the hero dice now have things on them. 2 sides have the H's, so if you guys roll them, you will be able to get the double stats. 2 sides have the blanks, which means you guys will have used them and nothing happens. But now 2 sides have little +1s, so even if you roll onto a +1, you'll have a chance of at least something fucking happening to your rolls.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty cool. The reason I did that is because if you guys check on the channel points right now, there's actually a new channel point reward called Fleeting Heroism, where you guys can give 2,000 channel points to give a player a fleeting heroism, which basically means I will give them 1 hero dice. It's very cool, very nice. The reason I did that is because, as I mentioned last month, we were nerfing fleeting inspirations. You can now only give a inspiration once per stream.
Oh.
Let's, for example, John King in the chat can only give 1 inspiration through the entire stream.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you guys can give up to 20 heroism per stream. So there's that. The heroisms are going to be a lot less impactful, I believe, because, you know, a lot of the time they just fizzle. But they also have pretty good things in the actual thing. Good job. That
Actually,
fleeting
a third of
heroism
the
to
time
Marco.
they'll fizzle. But a third of the time they'll do a +1.
That's true. But yes, we will be able to very quickly give everybody a little fleeting heroism. Anytime. Okay, another one to Marco. All right.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
Oh, fuck yeah.
obviously we won't give those immediately. but we will keep track of how many get thrown in. That way we can throw them over to people. But for the time being, there's going to be a upper limit of 20 per stream being given out. And if that gets too much for me, I'll probably lower it, just like I did Fleeting Inspirations. But for now, that is how we're going to be going about doing things for the immediate future. Very good, very nice, very cool. And again, we'll give them to them as I see them or as we go through things and go to doing other things and yada yada yada.
Okay.
Tutor Ronan.
I actually have to use the bathroom now, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll see your little bathroom image. Don't worry about it. Fujitech has made it to where now you have a choice of either having a big old mute sign over your icon or choosing a icon that you would use if you muted, and you can't use the same icon that you had for the other things. Because why would that be a thing?
Says Fujitech creators.
Which means that literally everything here and potentially over on the Net19 channel is going to be fucking weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
But we will see how that goes. Also, apparently some of us just don't work. It just doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, also they just decided to randomly not work.
I've been refreshing them like over and over for us, but
I think
the only one that
might have
works.
to cut your losses.
I know, but still. I gave one to the skeleton. I think I already did that, didn't I? Didn't I do that? Yeah, I did that one for this one. This one right here. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. I'm doing them as I see them. And again, whenever it comes down to everything, we will make sure we get everything settled and done for. All that being said, we're gonna jump into the game. Thank you guys very much for being so patient with us through the Fujitech stuff and through everything else. Gorthos, you want to tell us what happened last time? Anthony?
He's too busy being locked up in a cave. He can't hear you.
See, now I want the mute images to work.
So you can fucking know.
So I can fucking know whenever somebody decides to leave, Anthony!
Well, it's also he's not muted on Discord.
Oh, okay. Oh, he said he needed to be RB. That's fine, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. I suppose.
Fine.
Ember, what happened last time?
Well, a lot kind of happened last time.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I was not expecting to, so I need to collect myself to give you the
That's the recap. A lot happened.
the best recap I can. So last time,
It was gonna be you or
Gorthos-
Anthony. That's
I know.
That's where it was gonna be. I don't know why you
I'm
didn't expect it. A lot of things happened to the two of you.
the last time we finished what we were going to do with Atlanta stuff, and that's great. But Gorth is like, hey, I still feel another sense of somebody from another time, and we're like, well, let's go check that shit out. I believe that's where we started, correct?
Mhm.
And so we followed the path where Gorthos led us to a particular part of the forest, close to the fucking Deku tree. And we're like, there's a horse over there. Let's go check out the horse.
Was a nice horse.
It's a very nice horse. It's a very nice and familiar horse to Marco.
It's Phil.
It's Phil, the horse.
Phil the horse.
You see, I have seen this horse since I was a kid. I was pretty young when I last saw this horse. The horses do live for a long time. This horse, sure as fuck did not look like it had aged at all, really, since I was a kid. It's in the prime of its fucking life. It's a young horse. And I'm like,
I wouldn't say young, but definitely not aged at all.
not aged at all horse that is not young, but it's in its prime. That's the important part. And we look over, and there is someone in the distance. He's not coming closer. He is stuck because his bag of bomb shoes is caught on a branch.
Bwong.
And look at that. That's a weird looking shirtless Hylian. And
I've heard that Hylians sometimes go shirtless for fun.
they sometimes do. I don't know why he is specifically in this case, but you know, I guess it just happens to be a trait shared by
It's just a no shirt day
Marcus
today.
and his father,
Yeah, it's just a no shirt day today.
who, you know, this guy is apparently Marco's dad, by the way, the man who supposedly died a long time ago, and Marco never really got the details on. Apparently, dear old dad went back in time to help his dad and help the people in this time fight something. However, he got his ass handed to him once, and he had to go back to the future to where Dape's little cemetery is to get all healed up.
And him and Dompe are tight.
Yeah, him and Dape are tight. I'm glad that my dad is tight with the embodiment of evil.
Yeah. He
And he got to see his
loves
dad's
Dompe's
grave.
he loves Dompe's finger hair.
Yeah. And that's why there was a little carving of a horse on my grandfather's grave. Because dear old dad didn't put it there, because he's also a very competent craftsman too. And so Marco comes over. He's very upset. He finally reveals that, hey, Dad, I'm your fucking son. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh no. You shouldn't be here. Yeah, but I am. I'm also more of an accomplished adventurer at this point. Mister, I'm gonna go back in time, sacrifice myself with a bunch of fucking bombs. I think Marco would definitely do it himself.
I love how we started this campaign with everybody mad at Marco for almost blowing himself up. And then we are ending things and right now with Marco mad at his dad for almost blowing himself up.
I mean, technically he would have blown himself up. The key difference is that he would have died where Marco didn't.
The difference is I lived, bitch.
I lived, bitch. Why didn't you? So yeah, there's a lot of intense feelings going on from Marco. Marco introduces the gang to his dad, and we set to work on accomplishing his dad's goal here. So he can fucking go home to my sisters and be alive. And have them kick his ass, because he knows that they're gonna tear him a new one for this. So we set to work. The people here are setting up this place for the ambush of fucking Radagon. I mean, not Radagon. Radon, my bad. Radon himself, Ganon over here, who's decided to take up the name Gorthos. We'll find out more about that later. Came down and crashed into the fucking Deku tree, killing it. And walked away. That fucker. So now we're back here. We are going to bring him back here, lead him here, in order to blow him up again. And hope that we time it right just so that Ibori's lightning also does its thing. It's a great plan. Dad didn't like the fact that Marco was gonna go and lead the beast here, but you know, out of everyone, it's Marco that he would recognize the most and has a way to really piss off. Cough, cough, Master Sword, cough, cough. And so while Marco and Gorthos get on Phil and go off to find Ganon, dear old dad and everyone else set up this place with several bombs and fortifications to block paths so that when the big bad evil guy gets here, he fucking hopefully dies and we don't have to deal with him anymore. Spoiler alert, that doesn't actually work.
Speaking
Over
of the big
here,
bad
Marco
evil
and
guy, did you
Gorthos.
find him?
Yeah, Mark and Gorthos found him, and he's like,
Hold on.
yeah, I'm Gorthos now, fucker.
Hold on. Hold
Hello.
on. Hold on.
I'm no longer Ganon. I'm not here trying to do what those two want me to be. I'm my own thing.
I have to play the Ganon music.
Ah, there we go.
And he showed up in the center. Just like this.
You know what? Anthony, how about you take over?
He showed up right here in the center.
Oh, shit. I just got to the point where we're arriving at finding Ganon to lead him to his death.
Yeah, look at Ganon. Look at Ganon right here.
Yeah, there he is.
I'm not
There
letting
he
you flick him. I'm not letting you flick him.
We're supposed to let go first.
You're
Don't
not
play
flicking
stupid
him.
games.
He's too strong. He's too strong.
I'm gonna fucking flick his nuts clean off.
Well, what happened then?
Okay, so when we met Ganon, he talked big shit in a big game about how he made his new sword and how it's a sword that can kill immortals after
There it is.
1,000 years and 1,000 years more,
There it
being
is.
drenched
There's
in
the
demon
sword.
blood.
There's the sword
Demon
right
and monster
there.
blood.
Even
For distinction.
honestly, I honestly believe that he just dipped it in pure malice for like 2,000 years, which he states can kill immortals. A power so great, it's unbreakable and inseparable from himself now. Along with his armor he fashioned for himself, if you can call it armor. But that's neither here nor there. He also mocked Gorthos, saying he went down very easily back at the fighting arena, where all the other heroes were fighting. Surprisingly easily. Wonder why. We bantered. He talked shit. I told him to go fuck himself, and in more words than that. Marco also joined in, probably actually saying go fuck yourself, because Marco is just a good guy like that. And
It was all favor and end yourself with your own sword, is what
You
Marco was saying.
You should explode yourself now. We also pulled off a fun trick where Marco brandished the Master Sword and claimed to be Link, which worked like a charm. And Ganon truly believed that he was going to kill both Gorthos and Link permanently at this very moment. And so, like the egomaniacal fuckhead he is, he chased after Gorthos and Marco. The chase was fun. Monsters came at us in waves. It was great. We had to outrun them. And Ganon said fuck it and tried to bowling pin us with a tree. Due to quick thinking, we decided to put Marco's hat on the fill and have the horse jump, and it worked like a fucking charm.
And feather, you put the feather on first.
Yes, feather and hat, and then magic horse jump, and it worked. Fuck you, Ganon. We made it back to the tree, though Ganon tried to pull a sneaky on us, and decided to activate his fucking graviton cannon and just drag us back towards him with his weird malice energy. Not before jabbing Marco with a blast of so much malice that honestly, if he was anything lesser than what he is, he probably would have just crumpled to dust and left this world.
Marco absorbed malice, is what happened.
Yeah,
there, 'cause
you
he
did
thought it was
not.
gonna be magic.
You tried.
You tried. You got hit by some shit. And we were getting sucked into the vortex. And then from the fucking top rafter out of nowhere comes Gorthos to help Gorthos and Marco.
This Gorthos.
Yes, the prequel Gorthos. Because surprise is technically my backstory game. Fuck you.
See, Gorthos also came by and said, "I lived, bitch," and started attacking.
Yes. It's a theme, you see. But he came in with the clutch save as small Gorthos and Marco managed to make it back to the others to figure out what the fuck we're gonna do, because we need to get the fuck out of here. This tree is rigged to go off like a nuke. Through quick thinking and a lot of rolls and the threat of Majin's mask being turned to dust, we managed to fuck around and find out and time warp the fuck out of here to the Forest Temple. at least somewhere adjacent. And through a long struggle, Gorthos manages to barely make it out as ahead, while the tree goes nuclear. Not before beating the shit out of Ganon and, you know, just telling him to go fuck himself. Fuck Ganon, he's a bitch. And also making a promise to Ivori, which surely she hadn't been holding a grudge about, that he will absolutely survive this. He technically lived, bitch.
I technically live, bitch.
Thanks to a Barris delayed blast fireball.
Yes, thanks to a bear of all things, that's the only reason Gorthos made it out by the skin of his head. He'll have to thank her at some point. But until then, before Ganon got hit with, you know, a fat man, he decided he proclaimed that no being will leave this forest and cursed the entirety of the Lost Woods with his pure malicious gooey energy like a fucking asshole. And when we found ourselves away from the blast zone and seeing the nuclear strike go off, which for all intents and purposes, nothing should fucking survive that. It really should. That's a campaign-ending blast right there. We fucking nuked him. Like we say nuke and Nova a lot. That was like a sun of lightning, a lightning sun dropped on him, and he's just okay. He gets back the fuck up because of course he does. He's Ganon. And with a gurgling dry up, you know, enraged at probably Gorthos mostly. For that, he's tracking us down to the Lost Woods, and we cannot get out. The Lost Wood funny mist power that just teleports us doesn't work. That's where we kind of ended off, with Ganon actually hot on our heels.
That's true. At the very end, you guys tried to move off toward where you believed you needed to go to collect yourselves and leave this place. However, whenever you walk through the mist seemed to absolutely fade through these sides of the forest. There was no teleportation shown at all, and you guys just walked. For some reason, no one is able to move throughout the forest. You guys heard Ganon approaching from the other side. And
I almost forgot. Much like the companion cube at the end of Portal 2, fucking Mattel just falls out of the portal, an expanse portal, and falls to the ground. So, you know, now we got that, but also Ganon's right there. So, you know, victory. That's
a good recap. That's a pretty good recap. I will give you, for that recap, we'll give you another reroll.
Hell yeah.
I also gave you guys a bunch of rerolls, by the way, for things. You guys all have 3 except for Squeaky, who has 5, and now Gorthos, who has 4.
Yay.
Good job with that whole recap.
You can't have any more, Marco. You already have
I didn't
3.
say anything.
You can have 1 more. There. Yay. Now you made it to where the only person who doesn't have 4 is Ronan.
What the fuck? It's my fucking birthday.
Oh, you're right. Here you go. Here you go. You can have 2.
Thank you.
Right.
And now the people who did the recap have the least amount.
Listen, it's his birthday. Give him more.
It's my birthday. You should give Anthony more.
All right, you're right. I'll give Anthony 1 more. Because it's your birthday. There we go.
Oh, wait, Squeaky used to have the most. Shove 1 more.
That's true. Squeaky doesn't need 1 more to keep having the most. And now everything is as it should be.
All things in balance.
I don't think so. Let's keep going.
Oh, man. But yes, thank you very much for that amazing recap. We also got a resub from Eggy. Thank you very much, Eggy. 61 fucking months.
Goddamn.
And we also got a $60 donation from Yamato Hikaru. Says, my goodness, it seems like Z, my canonical son, I don't know why I've been keeping up with this bit, but I'm sorry. Don't say, but he's sorry. Isn't strong enough yet. May he keep getting stronger. Also, hello, long time no see. Hope you've all been good. Hello.
Hello. I hope you've been keeping up with on YouTube, because holy shit.
Nah, you know everything. You know everything from that recap. That's everything you need to know.
This is also true, yes.
But yes, Z would then get prestige, which means you guys would also get some guidance tokens. Bloop, 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 bloop. There you go. As everyone
Hell yeah.
needs to run away from the mans, the myths, the legends coming at you. That's not the correct song that I thought it was.
Let's get
Pretty good though. We'll do this one. There we go.
I was say Gilgamesh's song would have worked well too.
As you guys start to make your way out, you guys hear the laughter coming from behind you, the felling of trees going through. It appears that Gorthos had failed to defeat this thing. The lightning had failed. The explosion had failed. You guys knew that you were mostly just trying to deal damage to him, but he still seems up and moving at you with fervor. I would like to know, where would you guys like to run? Or you guys want to stand and fight?
Not that latter one. That one sounds.
I don't like that one.
That one sounds like a stupid idea.
This became a difficult situation.
Didn't we? Maybe I'm misremembering. Didn't we say we were gonna go to? Since the tree that Eivor just blew up was the big Deku tree, weren't we gonna go back to like where the Kokiri village would have been, or?
Kokiri village, and this time would have been made in that large chasm that you guys just made with all those explosions.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So it hasn't been made yet.
Mm-hmm.
At least that Kokiri village. There might be a Korok or Kokiri village somewhere else in the forest, but none of you would have any idea where that would be.
Yeah, no, never mind. I felt like we were gonna go like to where another tree was, but I don't know why my brain is telling me that.
Unfortunately, the only other Kokiri you have with you was not here, did not actually live here, which is why they were able to be recruited by Gorthos.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, what are the places
Shit.
we know of? The temple? Do we know
Forest
of any
temple?
other?
You can try to go there. You do know that whenever you teleported there, you were teleported a little bit away from there. Probably because while you were getting gone, there was either problems with the speed of how you did things or whatever. Well, you could try to make your way there. Would you be able to do much there?
I mean, I'm trying to think of any
That's
other
really the only other
specific
place in the forest
locations.
you guys have ever seen.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. Otherwise, we'd just be running aimlessly through the forest.
I mean,
The only other place you guys know that is in the forest is the area where all of the wolves had attacked, all the wolfos had attacked. Other than that, technically, you know where some of the dungeons will be in the future, but you know that they probably wouldn't have rose up yet.
I mean,
What's
what
up?
if we tried to get lost in the forest?
Doesn't seem
that
like that's
point, he
doesn't
can't
seem like
follow
that's
us.
it doesn't seem like that's possible right now.
Magically, at least, you can't.
So
do
that means that at this very point in time, we're in a forest that we can't physically get lost in.
You
So we
can't
could basically
you can't
go
like
anywhere?
get lost, yeah. But if you leave
No.
the forest, you will leave in the time you're in.
Fuck, 1,000 years ago. Shit.
Shit.
You guys
What?
have to find a way to get to the future.
Graveyard. Dumping.
You
But
could,
that would be leaving the forest.
you could try to. However, again, technically in this time, that graveyard would not exist. You could try.
We could try that. My vote's for either that or the temple.
1,000 years ago, the forest.
Didn't he say that because, again, this is where my mind is like, I'm not remembering things properly,
Take
so
all the
this
time
is
you
probably very wrong. But didn't he say that because he set up that area, anyone can appear in that? It essentially is not affected by the whole time thing.
It isn't affected by the forest. However, something just happened that definitely was not the forest. You don't know if going to the graveyard would help. You could try, but if from what you think is happening there is happening, it might be difficult. Not to mention the biggest problem, you guys currently don't really know how to get there. You could try, like I said, you could try to retrace your steps, but when you guys were leaving that place, the forest was still active.
Okay.
But again, fucking nuts to me for anything. Like you guys can do whatever you want. You could try to go there if you want, if you feel like that's something that would potentially help. Also, I'm looking in like my little DM area for a bag, and I just cannot find it. I think it's lost forever.
Well, dicks.
Just a special bag that you're looking for?
Yeah, it's the bag that I had of all the forest stuff. But at the same time, I have other areas for the forest stuff. It's fine.
You guys want to try the graveyard?
I mean, there's not much other place that we can think of right now, honestly.
If that doesn't work, then there is the forest temple. So
Yeah.
You guys,
Yeah.
you guys collect yourselves. You guys try to make your way toward the graveyard. At this point, we will have. Is there anything you guys feel like you can do to help your chances of getting to the graveyard?
Polo can figure out where. Well, that's the thing. Like, doesn't she know where Dompe is at all times?
You do.
That's the only thing that she can think of. Is like, if she can sense Dompe, that means we can reach him.
I was hoping that you would bring that up, Polo. When you try to find Dompe by looking into the forest for where he would be, you don't find him in the forest. Whenever you try to sense Dompe, you sense him far off to the west.
Yeah, you're sensing the Dompe of this time period.
Oh, motherfucker. West.
Which means you cannot get to where where Dompe is. The graveyard does not exist in this time. You just saved yourself a lot of time. Good job.
Yeah, no, that was that thing. I was like, wait a minute. If we're just gonna look for the graveyard, it's like Polo should know exactly where it is because she'll know where Dompe is.
That was a great thing to bring up.
So with that in mind, as everyone's like discussing stuff, she would bring up like, if anyone brought up, oh, well, Dompe's graveyard, she would say, there's no graveyard to go to.
Temple. Yep. Temple.
Okay.
While we're going, Deco,
What's up?
it's a curse. Can I sense the curse?
What curse?
I thought you said it was a curse.
What was a curse?
Trapping everyone into the forest.
It is not a curse.
It's more malice stuff, isn't it?
It's something this bitch did. Yeah.
I'm trying to move all these things out of the way. What
noticed.
you would feel from this is, again, just the same kind of feeling you are having from whatever is attacking you from the inside right now. At this point, Polo, whenever you go to sort of try to feel this place out, you do feel that this place is absolutely coated in demonic energy. This place is almost, at this point, it's almost hard to find anything else but that as you feel around at this point. Even whenever the monsters were running around, it was not this bad. This entire forest seems to give off a sense of malice at this point. If you, again, I mentioned it to you before, but if you weren't already in your high demon state, you are in your high demon state.
Yeah, no, just the headlights. Just the headlights.
Even if I don't have my whole being, can I also feel how tainted this fucking forest is now?
This place is absolutely fucked, yes.
Yeah, there's just like that like little shiver.
We can't stay here.
There it is. I was trying to find it.
No, we cannot. I feel like lesser demons would go mad in this sort of environment.
They are.
Probably why all the monsters are going crazy.
Imagine how bad this is if he was whole again.
I'm pretty confident that I could probably keep my senses in here, but I wouldn't be lying if I said I was not worried and terrified.
We'll overcome this fear. Don't worry. We'll get out. We'll find a way. We have to. To the temple. It's, well, which one was it again?
It's over this way. Atalanta goes running off in front of all of you.
All right. Yeah.
Because they would immediately know where the temple is, of all things. That is one of the most. That is one of the constants in this area. As you guys start heading off toward the temple, you hear from behind you, filling in with the laughs of the Ganon-like being behind you. You hear sounds of destruction. You look back as you do notice, now that the layer of fog and things like that were in the forest before is gone, you see trees upending behind you. At one point, you hear the yell of a Korok throughout the area.
Yeah.
Whether they have flown off or gotten hurt, you don't know. But they were upended in some way. You find, as you move through this place, that more and more of the sounds of destruction happen behind you as this being is just throwing themselves around. These dogs, they better shut up. I can't even get to them. They're outside. Shut up! As you move your way through this place, you do find, because you did not waste any time, the temple in front of you.
All right.
Let me make it more scenic real quick.
Okay. Which?
Perfect. There we go. As you would find your way to the forest temple, you rush yourselves over into the actual section where everything is. You find that in the waters down below, it is reflecting a red moon high in the sky.
Oh, it's bad.
As you guys have wandered into this area, at least you're also noticing that the frogs and fish are nice around here. Ronan.
Yeah.
In particular.
Yeah.
You look around this place, and I was trying to find the image for it, but you do find that there is a gathering of frogs in front of you.
Yeah.
You find a gathering of around 6 frogs, and there is one slightly larger frog in the middle of these frogs that seems to be croaking orders to the other frogs as they're going off into the water.
Is it him? Is it my boy? Show me my boy.
Again, I was trying to find the image.
Just grab the real one over here.
Where's he at?
He's over here on the.
It would be really funny if you, in fact, had.
He's not that big.
Yeah, make
but
it smaller.
yes.
Make it smaller.
Yeah.
And get those fuckers off of him.
It'd be very funny if you had like an intermediate frog.
I wish
Just
I
copy
did.
him and make him smaller. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just get a copy of him. There we go. Move him away.
All right, I'm gonna take this one in.
And you find what appears to be Big Frog. He looks to you and
Magic
meets your
Frog.
gaze.
Buddy.
As he starts hippity hopping his way over. You carry Matilda over to the Magic Frog.
Oh, it's so good to see you again. We're kind of on the run.
Magic Frog looks behind you as he hears the laughing and the yelling. I'd like you to roll me for Magic Frog.
Yeah.
We can do this.
It is not a full strength Magic Frog. This is Magic Frog in his physical prime, but not Magic Frog in his magical prime.
Okay.
So I'd like you to roll me for a +3, please.
Gotcha. These were used, I think. These were used last time. Heckin', yeah, I'll throw in one of these. And a couple of these.
All right.
Can't believe we found Magic Frog in the past.
I'm gonna use a
among the
reroll on
frogs.
that.
You gonna re-roll that
Bullshit.
3?
Yeah.
Can't believe he's on
That's
the battlefield.
okay.
You wanna re-roll that too?
Yeah, I think I do actually. It's a 1.
Roll me one more time. This is a birthday roll.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Thank
your
you
birth-
for the
this is your birthday roll.
inspiration.
Oh my god!
Okay.
I will use all of these if I fucking have to right now.
Go for it.
I see fate as a cruel bitch once again.
Oh god.
That's a 17.
Okay. That's a 20 plus 2. That's 22.
You can have one of these back. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
The rest of these die. As Magic Frog looks back behind you, and you see Magic Frog, their eyes seem to just go wide for a moment, and as they do, a large strike of lightning happens off into the forest.
What the fuck? Oh my gosh.
Hey, hell lightning.
You had this power before.
No wonder you were so good at using it.
He just
Where'd
saw,
it go, bud?
he just saw a big lightning spell happen in the sky.
It's true.
As you hear from far off, I'm gonna have with a 17 that does hit. I will have to. I'm gonna roll for the damage. Actually, let's actually roll for that damage.
Hell lightning. Hell lightning. Hell lightning.
It hits a threshold for him. He stops doing his weird trapping the forest.
Roll
bit
these.
and leaves.
Roll
Roll
these
what?
3 here.
3.
Okay.
Roll these 3 here.
3d12. It does 3d12 damage.
Fuck!
Oh damn!
You do
That was
30
almost perfect.
damage.
Get
Magic Frog is
fucking
king.
lightning,
Technically,
bitch.
it's technically 33 because it adds your magic. But
Oh, cool.
as you hear from far off, there's just a that's echoing throughout the forest.
Oh, sweet
Way to go, big
catharsis.
As Magic Frog looks to the other frogs, you see 5 other frogs in the water looking at Magic Frog, their eyes wide with admiration. At least you think so. They're not eating at the moment or like running or hopping, so they're probably wide
hero
eyes
of
wide
the
with Magic.
frogs.
Yeah. Magic Frog looks to you and then looks to his people. He puts himself near you, Ronan, but you can tell just by looking at Magic Frog, he has to protect his people.
Go to them.
You are not doing a bye-bye
Keep them
Butterfree
safe.
with fucking Magic Frog.
Do it.
He will keep them safe. And you feel in his mind, he will return to you one day.
I know we'll see each other again.
I can't believe it. Magic Frog's backstory.
Oh my god.
Everyone gets one but Polo.
No.
Sorry, the funny.
It's fine. Polo gets their own dungeon. So
You know that you know like when Trixie Tang rips up the picture of that one picture that girl and she's on the escalator.
that's my favorite. That's like my favorite scene in all of Fairy Parents.
Yep.
So funny.
As
So dumb.
you see Magic Frog swimming with their frogs going down and away from the fighting, you guys are now left alone here in the Forest Temple. You your dad, Marco, watching as all this happens, just like, does this happen often?
This isn't even the strangest thing that's happened.
It's true. The stories we have for later.
Yeah, we should get inside.
You just see Gallon like looking back at where Ganon was, just like, yeah, get fucked.
Porthos loves the enthusiasm.
As he heard fucking Ganon getting struck by lightning, he then rushes himself back over to Polo. As you guys would start making your way forward, you guys get to the entrance of the temple. As you do, the doors are closed. You now realize why you weren't able to teleport inside of the temple before. The temple at this point is still sealed.
Wait. But we know of another way in.
Technically do after 1,000 years.
That's not.
It might still be there.
It might still be there.
I was weird.
I'm gonna fucking
climbing up the climbing gear.
Marco?
yeah. I'm gonna float up there. I'm gonna use a magic to heckin' float. I'm gonna use, I guess it would be 2 to get Matilda and I both up there. And so I can at least see if there is anything there.
You
It's a
fly
shame
your
that
way
the
up. Go ahead.
Oh. It's a shame that the Kokiri treasure can't open the temple.
Kokiri treasure can open the temple.
We don't have
I
it
don't
though.
have it. It's with you.
Woof.
Well, he
Uh,
has the power of it, but he doesn't have it.
He doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Just smash the dog onto the door.
It's just like, Polo, you just bring Orion. They're just like, okay, Orion, open it. Maybe you're too
Just say,
big. Hold
"Open
on.
Sesame."
That was a funky dog.
Just rubs him all over the door.
New desperate times, he supposes.
You never know.
You do
It
feel that the doors do slightly buckle, but do not open, unfortunately.
Ah,
He does not have the actual treasure. Also, we're so far in the past, we're not even saying treasure anymore.
Yeah, they haven't invented New Hylian yet.
No cigar, yes, as they say.
As you go up to the top, though, Ronan, you do find there is an opening. It's not very big. It is definitely not big enough for you or Phil.
I punch it open.
You're gonna try to make it bigger?
I'm gonna make it bigger.
All right, roll me for that
I put down
strength.
Matilda and I start punching.
Roll me for that strength, that physique. You have your hero gauntlets on.
Oh,
So you do have overwhelm.
Cool. Neat.
overwhelm the stonework.
That
What
is
14 plus 6?
19, 20. Heckin' dirty 20.
You start trying to pound your way into the forest temple. As you do so, you do find that some of the stone does start to give way. It's a lot harder than you expected. You're decently sure nothing but time could actually erode these stones.
Well, it's a good thing you fucking mentioned that, because I have exactly that thing.
Hell yeah, do your thing.
I'll use the Twisted Song of Time to erode some
There
of the
you
stone
go.
around the fucking thing.
There you go.
We should probably start trying to climb our stuff up there.
Yeah, everyone get up here.
As you start playing the Twisted Song of Time, the others start to try to get up. You guys are starting to get worried for Phil for a moment. However, Phil jumps up.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fine.
there's no,
He still has
there's
he
no
still has the
way.
Rock's Feather.
Yeah, he still has the rock.
Oh, yeah.
You just see
What a good-
you just see
what a
you
good
just see
idea.
you just see Marcus look to him just like, "Up, Phil." And then Phil jumps. Oh fuck, it worked. As he starts
Rock's
climbing.
Yeah, that's items are great.
Marco pulls through again.
Polo,
we get
you
up
and
there?
Polo, you and Orion are just lifted up with your tendrils with Ophi.
Yes.
The others will get up there with their respective abilities. Gallon, flies up, looks down toward the others, and starts trying to fly them. However, Obra is also just like, bitch, I can fly, and starts flying people as well.
You see Gorthos just start climbing. There's like climbing the pillars.
Man.
It's like,
As everyone
Here
starts
I-
flying up, Gorthos, you start climbing. You see Marcus also climbing.
I have the climbing rope still, so we can have that.
Atalanta tries to get their Lionel halberd up, but it is hard for them to wield. They look back toward the destruction, and then they just start climbing up. They're like, I'll fucking fight it. Never mind.
Just do a pole vault with your fucking spear.
just go full insect glaive. Do it.
As you get to the top, with the twisted song of time echoing throughout the area, you see erosion does begin to happen around the edges of this thing, and the full hole from before does show itself. You're able to levitate Phil down in there safely, and the rest of you are able to climb down or get levitated down or get OF'd down. As you all do,
Cool.
let me... There we go.
And here I was about to grab the dog and try to trick the door to open. I curse.
As we go through the hole, Gorthos I think would go last and try to seal it up a little more just in case.
Oh, wait, no, this would be Soul Sanctum. That's what I used last time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
As you try to do that, you find that there's
I'm
not really a
staring.
lot you can do. The Twisted Song of Time seems to be completely different than what you would expect it to be. The Twisted Song of Time is too
Yeesh.
much to be reversed. This is abusing time, is what the Twisted Song of Time is.
Yeah.
You can
The
immediately tell Gorthos just by looking at the damage from it and trying the time stone. It's like, yeah, you understand why the Goddess of Time doesn't like that.
We'll ask for forgiveness later.
As you guys
We're in the right time zone.
get in, you find yourselves standing in front of the mural that first depicted the Minuet of the Forest. You find yourselves looking beyond that to a bunch of walls throughout this place that have not gone down since the doors have not gone open. There is only the one room you guys can go in. You guys know the other rooms are trapped and otherwise inaccessible without the door opening. But you're safe for the time being. You hear the rumblings and fighting outside, but eventually you hear nothing. But that red moon is still having light coming into the area.
Ronan will lay Matilda down against the song mural.
You lay down Matilda against the Minuet of the Forest. Do I have the inner area? I know that we lost the room at one point. I don't know if I have the inner area or not.
Can't remember if that was lost or found.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Don't worry, I'll just look for it in the background.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, at the moment you guys are somewhat safe. At least you feel like you are. The temple was made for things like this. It was made for people to seek refuge in times of peril. At least for the people who have the treasure to be able to do so.
Did Gorthos did the full party get an elaboration as to why we can't leave, or has
No.
that not been shared yet?
So
I
far,
think now that we have a
so
minute,
far, no one really knows because
Okay.
Gorthos technically knows. Gorthos just got that entire spiel that happened between previous him and Ganon into their brain. Gorthos, now that time has happened, you do get it fully as to at least what Ganon had did.
Oh,
He had somehow used his own demonic power to overwrite the magic of the forest.
What? Why didn't the woods work? What happened to the whole shifting thingy?
Ganon. He's strong. He overrode the power of the Lost Woods with his own.
I suppose it must be easy without that tree there, right?
It's also easy considering what he is. Oh. There has to be a way out there.
Where is he?
Well, yeah. Where the fuck is he?
Man, Z,
If
why'd
that's
you
not-
die? Why'd you go try to fight Ganon by yourself?
That wasn't a wait a second. That wasn't a Korok at all.
It was Z. Z, no.
No.
Z's like, I got him, guys.
You still can't do it,
I found him. I can't, no.
dude.
Sometimes I do better than others. We're still only in the third or fourth week of me taking the medicine. Apparently, it's supposed to be good after 6 weeks.
Okay.
Again,
It's not
some days
forcing
are better
power.
than others, though. I found
Yeah.
Z.
Yeah.
Yay.
Well, it just sits. It's kind of, he just leans up against the sits up against the mural too. Just flops for a second. Just he remembers it all now. Most of it. Oh,
Well,
that's
we can
why
at
you
least
can't
understand
remember.
one thing. Link steps forward. This isn't permanent. We know that much.
Well, yeah, but how long does it last?
At some point in at least the last 1,000 years, this place gets purged of this demonic power. While time isn't extremely put together correctly when it comes to meddling with it, events like that do tend to happen. We just have to figure out how or why or what. We
Do I
could
know
try
what
the
this-
Song of Time to see if we could push ourselves forward, but you'd have to play it a lot and it may not work. Ronan, you also find it very odd that you didn't get any repercussion for using the Twisted Song of Time right there.
Wait a minute. Gorthas, you said Ganon just did that, right? He just locked off the forest?
He said, "No creature will leave this forest."
Maybe instead of going forward, what if we went back to before he did that?
We could definitely try. I could see if I can contact the Goddess of Time.
I mean,
They probably don't want me to be in danger, right?
This is
yeah. I have a song that can do that. If you can get her help for it, then that'd be really, really good.
Galen goes over and sits down as well near the mural and looks like he starts
We could,
attempting to contact the
could.
goddess.
we could try to contact them, but they're also in the past. They may not know. who you
They
are.
love
the
me.
Goddess of Time.
It's like, nah,
Gorthos
they
tried
love
to
me.
ki-
It's fine.
Gorthos tried to contact Zelda before against Ganon. It was an awkward conversation. Short. Then he exploded. He feels that the other gods may be in the same predicament. But
I don't know about that. Galen,
If there's
his eyes go open. As he does, you see him bring his hand up and start to like kind of flexing it around. I can't feel the goddess.
oh, is this whole place just locked off from them in
Yes.
general?
He looks over toward where where you guys are. He motions to you, Ronan, as he does. He flicks his wrist with the book out, the book of time that he has outwards, and you feel nothing. I can't activate my healing.
Oh.
What a time for that!
Yeah, by the way, Marco, now that you
Yeah.
are in a
By the way,
position,
Marco.
now that you are in a position where you are resting, you find as soon as you are able to calm down from the chase, oh, there it goes.
Oh, Marco.
Marco,
Malice.
you guys see Marco look immediately sick. You guys thought that the running was why Marco was sweating and profusely and having a bunch of issues, but Gorthos, you remember Marco trying to absorb all that malice earlier.
Oh,
You see immediately
Malice.
Marcus run over to him. Son!
Oh, the malice. It's not That was reckless even for your standards, Marco.
Marco,
Purge it.
roll me for your resilience.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
Roll my resilience.
Thank you for reminding me.
This
by
is
the way.
the perfect time to remind you. It was literally the perfect time for dramatic effect. Let's see here. Just gonna do these two as well.
Okay. You'll get a +2, 15, 16, 17, 18.
I'm
you
not 20.
feel all right. As you try to get back up again, you feel winded, you feel tired, but you don't feel like you're hurting. Whatever this is, it does seem to be somewhat expelling from you relatively quickly. You look over toward your arm as you see the Blade of Evil's Bane is shining brightly. It seems to
will
be
grab
able to
onto it.
repel whatever this is.
I'll be fine in a bit. Master Sword's repelling it.
It's not a
I'm
permanent
fine.
fix.
I'm fine. I'm hurt still, but I'm fine.
I can't believe my son was able to pull such a legendary weapon.
I didn't.
He points to it.
Gifted. Given. Points the thumbs over the link.
Not me.
It's a complicated story. But the real hero was thrown into something called the Expanse and was. And yeah.
It's a long
What to
story.
explain.
All that matters is that Marco can wield it.
While this is all happening, regardless of how well it would
Rest.
work or not, Ronan would want to try to use the minute excerpt of the regular Song of Time on Marco to try to treat like an ailment that happened in the last day.
You find as you try to use that Song of Time, no magic comes from it.
Think that Garen can still pull off something like this.
You feel no energy coming from your instrument.
Okay, weird. So one of them works and the other one doesn't.
One defies the goddess. One doesn't.
All right, well, maybe once we're out, I can try it again. But, Z and Link, I'm gonna need your help if we're gonna do this.
What exactly do you want us to do?
Just, play along with me.
Yeah, we can do that.
I hope this works. And he's gonna try playing the Twisted Song of Time, travel back in time to the previous dawn, I think. Yeah, to the dawn of the previous day.
As you attempt to do so, I would like you to roll me for your spirit.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna take 3 of these bad boys here.
I mean, a bad boy.
Okay, so I get
You
to
will
double
be,
my
you will be
diligence.
doubling your points, which is great.
Okay, so 3 more rolls. Okay.
So,
It's 28.
like 28. You find as you begin playing this, I'm not going to roll for the other two. As you begin playing this, you feel that the area about you begins to shift. you find that a lot of the temple looks as if it begins to crack around you. You are attempting to use a magic that currently is in defiance of one of the goddesses. However, the goddess isn't here to say anything about it, so who fucking cares?
Yeah, right.
As you attempt to do this, you try to return yourself to the dawn of the previous day. You feel everything about you begin to shift. Because of the other two aiding you, you are able to bring more people with you. But as you travel, as you do this, you find your song twisting. The moon in front of you seems to move as if it does start to retreat. As if time is actually imposing something onto it. But it doesn't go away. You feel you have returned slightly into the past, but something is stopping you from returning fully.
So I feel like I didn't get the full day in the past.
You feel that you didn't even get close to the full day. The moon is still in the sky and is only slightly behind where it was when you started your song. Gorthos's mind, or Gorthos's words echo through your mind again. None will leave the forest. You feel, unfortunately, your amount of power that you're putting into this is not enough to overtop Ganon, if that is who that is.
That
being said,
will eat a shield.
That being said, I will, because you did revert things decently enough, I will say, Marco.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it with the small excerpt of the regular Song of Time, but you are able to remove the taint from Marco with that.
Oh, okay.
Marco, you are able to somewhat feel that energy revert from you and completely disperse.
Oh. That's good, at least.
Well, I'm glad about that. But that plan's not going to work. So I'm out of ideas.
There has to be something we can do.
Wait. Would it even work?
What?
Paulo, Shefos's hair. Is that even possible that could even work?
I have to remember if I even have one.
You've told me before that you wanted to make sure you had one every time you had a chance to go back and get it. That being said, you haven't returned since the witch incident, so you do not have one.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't think she has one.
Because you guys used one on your way out of the forest then.
Damn. That is true.
Right.
Also, again, you're decently sure it probably wouldn't have worked. The only thing right now that seems to be even slightly repelling whatever this demonic energy is the Master Sword.
And all the doors are locked off.
Marco just like files the Master Sword.
Yeah.
Come on, cut through the magic, please.
Marco, that's a sacred artifact of ancient power. Use it with more finesse.
I have so much finesse.
Then use your wrist when you swing it around.
We can assume that isn't going to do much. It didn't stop him from actually doing his thing. You're looking like a fool.
It's a nice distraction. Gorthos is thinking here.
No, he may have a point. Link steps
What
forward.
do you mean?
What do you mean I have a point? I was just doing this because I'm mad.
Well, in all the times that I've wielded the Master Sword before, it's done wonders against Ganon and other forces of evil that I fought.
Yeah.
Not to mention, well, I may have used it at least a couple of times to get out of extremely hairy situations. I don't know if the Master Sword can do much, but currently, we know where another one is.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Oh, that's right. It's in these woods.
Since we've
Because
got
Matilda was going to draw it.
2 of them.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah, it's
Can-
a little bit off into the forest. I'm a little bit it's a little bit problematic with the forest acting the way it is. I don't know if it's completely easy to find.
Shouldn't the Master Sword be able to tell me where its pedestal is then?
I
Because
don't
it
know
has
if
to go
that's
back there at some point, right?
I don't know if that's one of its powers. Usually
just
when
never figured
people go
that
to
out.
draw it, they know how to go back. I know where it is.
I always wondered who keeps putting it back.
You see Atalanta look off. I know where it is. I've been in these
Okay.
forests a lot. I'm not from here, but I've seen it before. Before everything
Alright.
happened here, before the great battle, I went to converse with it.
Converse with it.
It's apparently a ritual with the Kokiri. Whenever I had talked to the great Deku tree, whenever I was asking for blessings upon going into battle, he told me that I would need to go and see the sword. When I got there, the sword didn't do anything, but maybe the tree meant that I would need to see it so I knew where it was.
The great trees are dramatic. The best of times.
Excuse me!
That's not a negative connotation thing. Sometimes it's good to be dead.
So, what is having 2 Master Swords going to do, do you think?
Whenever the Master Sword is pulled from its pedestal, a miracle occurs. I believe that that's how Matilda/Jason got to all of your time in the first place. They were stuck here, remember?
Right.
And they had they had this stolen from them while they were in the woods. Holds up the Ocarina of Time, which means they didn't use it to get to your time. Maybe
They could
the
have.
pedestal would have taken them to you.
Okay, so then we get to the Master Sword and pull it out, and we get sent back to our time. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
And break the curse, and then we get out.
It's the biggest lead we have.
It's a better option than sitting in here. Eventually, they're gonna want to come find us, and I doubt that those doors will hold him back.
It won't.
Yeah.
He already knows. That sword is dangerous. Gothos knows why he's mortal now.
Oh, is that
Turns
sword
out
the reason?
he looks at Link. Do not let that sword touch you.
You think that that's why you're in the predicament you're in?
He knows that's the predicament he's in. That thing couldn't stop bragging about his sword. And it's effective. Entire chunks of him are gone now. That's why he can't
You said
remember.
you can kill immortals?
Yes. The whole purpose of that sword is to remove Gorthos and Link from the cycle of reincarnation. Free reign after that for him.
Beyond his thing he's doing to the Force, could that also be a reason why the goddesses aren't doing anything?
Used to say Zelda did something, and for a little bit it helped. That was before everything was blocked. He needs to get out of here. He has to apologize.
Should we rest, or are we all ready to make our way now? I know that whatever you just did, Ronan, has made things shift around. I don't know if they'll be actually running for us at the moment.
Might have a little more time before he starts chasing after us.
A
Though,
little bit.
we should probably get out of here before we come rolling through.
How do we get out if we make the hole smaller by doing this?
The hole's still wide.
Oh, the Twisted Song of Time fucked with it.
The
I
Twisted
see.
Song of Time did not revert anything.
Yeah.
Like it is still as wide as it was whenever you used it to make the hole. You're starting
Oh,
to
I
wonder
see.
if you're the one that made the hole wide to begin with.
Causality.
Well, it'll be easier for the next us who rolls through.
You guys want to try to get your way up?
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
levitate your way up. You guys pull your way up. You guys fly your way up. You guys horse jump your way up. You
We see
Skyrim.
Magic Frog again.
You Skyrim up. You come out here. You see a group of frogs.
If we fucking
Oh, hey, buddy.
A master sword with magic frog.
You see Magic Frog look back to you.
So good to see you again.
He was looking off to the southeast because a crack of lightning just happened, but now he sees you.
Cool. Okay, cool. All right.
You're gonna see me again in like, I don't know, like a couple hours or something. But it's good to see you.
Well,
And
apparently,
we'll
if
see
the
each other
lightning
again.
just cracked, then they'll see you in like a minute or two.
Maybe probably shorter than that. But yeah.
5 minutes.
He looks to you, he ribbits to his frogs as he seems to be ribbiting orders to frogs, and the frogs seem to be jumping around in the water as if trying to lead you guys off to the west.
Let's go to the west.
Is that the way to
Thanks.
the map? Is
Thank
that
you,
the way to the
Magic Frog.
Master Sword, though?
As you guys start making your way to the west, Magic Frog barking orders to the frogs. He seems to be barking orders to them, just like he did whenever you guys approached. Magic Frog barking orders to people.
Do you ever feel like we just barely skirted an imploding dead like paradox event? Or this
All
is
I
starting
know
to
is that,
you're starting to feel commonplace. He doesn't know how to feel about it.
listen, all I know is that if that does happen and we see ourselves, I would immediately give myself the master sword.
That you
Yeah,
can
but
Zorro with the
which
Master Sword.
you would
Yeah.
give your Master Sword to the other?
The past me would always give future me the master sword.
Well, that sucks because future you also gives the Master Sword to past you. He might need it.
It's never ending. It's a
Yes, that's the
cycle.
joke.
We keep passing it along.
The Ouroboros of infinite master swords.
You then say, "Let's find out," as a third Marco comes over, and you guys
I'm
start
not gonna
juggling Master
listen.
Swords.
And
Honestly,
that's how I pray
it-
infinite master sword works.
I honestly was thinking in the back of my mind, like, if it is down to the wire, I will fucking pull out. Let's find out.
Unfortunately,
Anyway,
Let's Find Out might not work right now
Yeah,
Well, let's find
unfortunate.
because the forest is fucked.
yeah. Yeah.
You turn, you're like, "Let's find out," but no one came.
Mm.
It's fine. I'm
He
sure
was-
there's a million skull kids wandering around this time.
I just imagine there's like
This
a
is the most
barrier
peaceful
of time.
time. This is the most peaceful time in the forest. There's only one skull kid.
Oh, this is the most peaceful. Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Yes.
The forest doesn't care who fucking wins or loses. Forest is just trees, man.
The forest doesn't care how many skull kids there are either. I'm pretty sure.
Nah, it hates those guys. You guys start making your way away. As you do, making your way off to the west, you hear another bolt of lightning happen as you hear a once again off to the southwest or southeast. You do hear "get fucked" from Gallon. And Gallon just looks over, nods sagely at themselves, turns to Polo.
I just now realized we have to now stay at least a couple minutes ahead of ourselves at all times. Otherwise, we're gonna run into ourselves.
Turns to Polo and just says, "Man, imagine 2 Polos." Then goes, "Imagine 2 Gallons."
Hmm.
I don't know if Squeaky's here, but it's funny. Anyway, hold on. Let me turn on the thing. Let me turn on the thing really quick.
Fuck!
Okay.
Okay, Squeaky is still here. I had to turn on your thing to see if you had the toilet image or not.
He had said imagine, and she was just like, yes. And then he said 2 gallons, and then there was a slight flush, and she's just like, not the time.
When is there a better time? This is the only time.
Perhaps Morgoth could have been the reason that Ganon could have lost. We must find this out at some point. Well, he must at least. The rest of you can do whatever you want after that. No, admit the shots like everyone.
You guys rush off. Because of the Twisted Song of Time use, you guys have a bit more time before you have to worry about anything. You do know that after you guys got in the temple, that Ganon had changed his coordinates and went off somewhere else. Which probably means he went off after you at that time.
Fuck it. That's fine, damn it.
That being said, you are able to easily find your way. Atalanta leading you away. Eventually, even Magic Frog and the other frogs finding themselves to you. Because if you remember, he went off toward the west after you guys.
Oh.
Once again.
I don't know. I don't have a bunch of little frogs unless you guys can find the little frog that is with Rudon.
She's at the house, so it'd probably be there.
I don't know where that little frog is. You have to. Oh no, it's over here in weren't they?
Found it.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah, it's gone.
Where?
Heckin'.
Oh, I see you. I see you. I
bring it
see you.
over.
I see you. I see you. I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm coming. Put him down. Copy. Paste. All right, take him back.
Yeah.
We'll get your army of frogs over here. Perfect.
The commander of the frog army. Magic frog.
You guys find Hippity Hoppening behind you, Magic Frog, and the frogs. Some frogs having been hopping ahead of you, showing you guys the path away from the temple. Atalanta then taking the lead, showing you guys the path toward where the Master Sword is. As you guys continue forward, and as you are met joyously with Magic Frog and the Frogettes. I'm gonna move these guys out of the way. They're no longer relevant. Get out of here past you. Relevance is no longer a factor. Let me change something really quickly. You find yourselves stepping into a grove. Behind you, the sound of fighting or laughing seems to somewhat disperse. And in front of you, you see a large, almost theater-esque area, as if it is for someone to go up onto the stage and talk with people. Though, looking around, you're decently sure not a lot of people have been around here. For the moment, the red glow of the moon is still shining in the sky. But you do find, as you're looking up, that the moonlight is a lot less imposing. You also find Polo.
Mm-hmm.
While there is demonic energies around here, it feels softer. As if to show, from the Master Sword's point of view, or at least from this pedestal's point of view, it isn't destroying demonic energy. It's destroying malice, which is the energy of Ganon. You still feel demonic energy, you just don't feel the evil anymore. As all of you look forward, you do see, sitting directly in the middle of this place, what appears to be the Master Sword.
31.
Stuck in the center of the stage, inside of the groove in the pedestal where it would be sitting.
Most intriguing. At first, I had thought that demonic energy and malice were almost synonymous, but they are not. This place is rife with demonic energy, and yet lacking in malice.
Does any of those feel weird being here?
Well, it is the sword that destroys evil, not the sword that destroys demons.
Well, of course, but as I said before, Miss Obera, or was it
That
Miss
was Link.
Obera that said that?
That was Link.
Well, of course, Miss
Whatever.
Link.
It's the day after Trans Day of Visibility. We can do whatever.
Mix Link.
Mixed Link is good.
Most people had the general idea that malice and demonic energy were one and the same, because it was something that was not separate. You couldn't really separate them. They were almost homogeneous, but they aren't. And I guess when I think about why I left home, or at least one of the many reasons, despite our current predicament, it brings me a sense of peace.
Whenever Zelda was creating this with us, whenever we were going about and everything, we had made it so that it could fight off the demon army back then, from what I remember. But even though it was made for that, after we had met with Gorthos and after we had wanted to protect them, after they were taken over from that energy coming off of Demise after I tried to defeat him, we found that it was difficult to place in just destroy all demons. We were trying to save one. They look over toward Gorthos. Demons weren't the problem. It was always Demise, and after him, Ganon. And after Ganon, other people. Ones who chose for themselves that they were going to be bad. Not because of what they were, but because of what they chose. Either way, the Master Sword is really good at destroying, unfortunately, demonic energy, but it also feels like it has a choice, just like everyone else.
You both made a magnificent weapon. Hopefully one day they won't ever be need to be drawn.
I'll be another like.
But until then, you suppose we best get that miracle. Yes?
Yeah.
Well, go up there and draw it then. Oh, this isn't mine. Link just kind of stands back. This is supposed to be... Well, actually, they haven't woken up yet, have they? Not to mention,
Well, the whole thing
they
is
would
we
have.
kind of.
Wouldn't they have taken this a while after they would have woke up?
Yeah.
This wasn't
well,
Matilda
there's
either.
that.
This was Jason.
But there's also, we kind of don't want her to draw it, right? Because then she'll become Jason, and that was kind of the whole reason we came to this place in the first place, is to make sure that didn't happen.
I feel like they would have became Jason before they went to draw it, but at the same time, you're also correct. Well, we do have another hero. Looks over toward Marco.
But I'm not though.
The Master Sword has let you use it several times.
That's. I mean, it's a sword. Anyone can pick up a sword.
Gorthos literally cannot pull out the sword. It will kill him.
It's already been pulled. Literally, Gorthos, you could be the one holding this right now and wielding it. If you
He could
wanted.
not. No.
Yes, you could.
Like I said, it unfortunately is problematic for demons, but it doesn't mean that it has to always be against demons, is what I was trying to say earlier. Perhaps we let
Well,
Magic
so-
Frog pull it.
Well,
He is a hero.
Look, Gorthos knows that sword's never liked him, at the very least. He's tried.
Would it let me pull the other one?
Only one way to find out.
That one there was pulled out by Jason, and eventually you'll probably have to give it back to them. But
That's the whole point of why I have it, is to give it back to her.
this one is different.
No one's pulled it yet.
Then I guess I can try.
Technically, most people standing here count as heroes. Maybe one of us could try. Gorthos would die. But still. He thinks that Marco should be the one to do it.
If you're sure that you don't want to, Link.
I'll be a last resort. I've pulled that thing several times.
Well,
I think it's probably getting tired of me. Whenever I tried pulling it
Probably.
before, whenever everything went down, it didn't work out for me. I think it only lets me take it every now and then.
Also,
What's up, bro?
when we pull the sword, is it just gonna like instantly happen? Are we just gonna get sucked to a different time immediately? Do you
I don't
think?
know.
I'm kind of.
There are one of three possibilities Gorthos can foresee, Roman. It breaks this bloody curse on the forest, and we have to find our own way out. It breaks the curse and throws us forward in time at some point. Or nothing. Gorthos is willing to
guess,
wager that something will happen that'll be beneficial, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I guess I'm just worried about the next us and if they'll be able to get out or not.
Time is.
I'm
Well,
more
they have to
worried
go back
about-
in time.
I'm more worried about the forest.
Hmm.
Obra looks back toward everything. It's overrun with monsters.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's
to
the
mention-
future.
Gorthos's head is still somewhere out there.
Yes, it is. He doesn't know where, but he knows why he's ahead. Thank
we
you.
know where we know.
If it wasn't for your fireball, Gorthos would have lost everything. It's in his head flying.
Well, I'm glad I did something.
But yes,
Let me
he's
know
sure
anytime
he'll
if you want me to
figure
blow you up.
it will always be on the table.
Well,
I just put a delayed blast fireball in your mouth.
honestly,
It has to stay in one place.
Yeah. I
I'll
just
stay in one
out
place
of
in his mouth.
Yeah. But you're right. He still doesn't know how he gets in that box. Hmm.
I think we have an idea. At the
Mhm.
same time, like what Link said, it's a choice, isn't it?
Hmm.
Obra looks over toward where Atalanta is. What? Never mind.
You
We should go and draw this then.
Marco will go forward. Man.
Marco, as you're going forward, Atalanta goes over to you guys. It's like, what are you talking about?
you don't think that
What?
Have you not pieced it together yet, Gorthos? The reason why this forest is almost completely purged of monsters, as well as the person who must have put your head inside of that place. Without your hero here, monsters would have overrun the entirety of the Lost Woods. Kokiri and Koroks wouldn't have been able to settle in this place. Because of that there, they point to the Ether Medallion. They destroyed every one of them, remember?
does coincide with his memories.
You
No.
guys remember, just for the audience as well, whenever Gorthos had first started getting the memories of Atalanta, one of the things that they had gotten was running throughout the dungeon, being chased by tons of monsters. Until they had used the Ether Medallion to literally destroy everything in the dungeon that had followed them into it.
It was extremely potent.
The future we go back to. If we're lucky, we'll just be normal. But if we're unlucky, we'll be a place without a lot of what we had in the Lost Woods. The one that should be fine is Argo. He's off in a place that is untouched by time currently. But the other fairies and the other Koroks and the other Kokiri. If no one else was going to say it, I was going to. If everything works out fine, then everything will be normal. So, we just have to keep our fingers crossed. It's not fair. Atalanta looks away.
It isn't.
You can't just say that and then just end it with whatever, let's hope for the best. So the only
So-
way everything works out 100% is if I go off and be a hero?
What if we helped?
We could, potentially. Though,
George.
eventually, now that we're here, that bumbling monster will find their way here too. She looks over towards you, Ronan. Obra with a somewhat stern, but you can tell they're trying to be stern. You can tell that they have a very much a worried / sad look to them. I'll leave everything up to you guys. Obviously, I don't care. Just wanted to bring it up.
I know you're worried, but after everything that we've done,
It can't be so cyclical. There has to be a way around it.
Gorthos, maybe there is. Gallon
Hmm.
steps over toward where you are. I don't know anything about this stupid forest. I don't know anything about anything like that. But what I do understand is time. Time has a way of fixing itself. For example, whenever I made that date for Polo, looks over toward where you are. It seems like the goddess got mad at me and was gonna make me take all the time that I had paused. Yeah, it was fine. We only spent a couple hours. You spent like a day.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's
But what I do know is time always turns around on you. Unless we find a way to fix it almost entirely, shit's gonna go down. If we want to help them, we need to make sure that time has to do as little fixing as possible. But what are you even saying then?
Wait a minute.
Hmm?
I think I might know what you're getting at.
He just smiles at Ronan.
We go, do the whole thing with the monsters, make sure they're gone, go to the place where we found Gorthos, and Gorthos, I guess,
We have to make sure that time
Please.
doesn't have to fix anything. The only way I can think to do that, with the goddess not biting our heads off, is by making it to where the rest of time activates the way it should.
meaning that you'd have
Gorthos
to give up your Kokiri body.
and leave it for Gorthos in the past.
I don't know if it's completely needed, but I would know that it would cause a lot less frustration if we did it that way. It's not a 100% thing. I don't know if we could still save everyone by doing it. But from what I remember, you can control those bodies a little bit remotely, right?
To an extent.
If you can hold out that extent, if we can get at least your head down there, you can have the body go in, the monsters chase it down, and then you activate
And
the
we'll
ether
let-
medallion.
And complete the loop. And Atalanta gets to.
That doesn't seem. That doesn't make any sense? Time doesn't make sense. Come on, be honest.
No.
It makes
doesn't-
sense.
Keep with
Yeah,
us. He
makes
just
no
starts
sense.
snapping.
Yeah.
He just starts snapping, and I want to keep with us. Come on.
No. Just, they're right. It doesn't need to be you, but you. This body is all that matters. Now
Out of
that's-
character. This is not a guarantee.
Mhm.
However, Gorthos, if you would like to sacrifice your Kokiri body, we could potentially save Atalanta. You will lose it, however. This is the body you spent the most time with. This is also the body you've upgraded the most.
It is.
Is this something you are willing to try?
Yeah.
You're talking to Gorthos, there's no hesitation.
This is a chance to save one of his dear friends. A minor sacrifice in the grand scheme of things.
All right.
He's keeping the mask, though.
Then let's go ahead and do this then. Link stands forward. One group of us will go and try to distract Ganon, keep him away from this place. The other will go and lure all the monsters into where Gorthos' head will be. And finally, when we find the opening, Gorthos will send their body down and hopefully be able to complete that loop, destroying all the monsters in general at the same time.
I should probably go with the luring team. Pretty good at that.
Clearly, he needs to go with the monster slayers.
Exactly. Are you wanting to lure? Are you wanting to go to lure Ganon, or are you wanting to go and lure the monsters?
Lure the monsters, because I can lure multiple at once.
Ronan will be going for collecting monsters team. Gallon, looking over toward where Polo is, looking to where the Orion is. I feel like we'd be probably best at trying to run away, don't you think? We could probably handle that big guy. What? Ultimate powerful sword? Can't do anything if you can't hit me.
Oh, wait. I have to be Lauren Gannon.
Yeah, you're on our team.
Whatever you're using this house for.
You're not the only person, Lauren Gannon.
This is true. And I can't rub it in his face that I have 2 Master Swords, if this works.
Polo, do you want to go with Gallon, as Gallon said that he thinks that the 2 of you would be fast enough?
That thing of like, you 2 would be fast enough running away. She's like, and then yeah, just goes right up to him.
Obviously, Phil will go for the speed team.
Obviously.
Obra looks over toward where Ronan is. I can probably help them if they need to fly or anything.
Yeah, that'd
Nah,
be
who am I
really
kidding?
handy.
I should go with you. I want to be with you. I don't know what I can do to help you, but I want to be with you. They make a good point about being able to help them levitate, though.
Excellent point.
You see Magic Frog go over to them. They will place Matilda down at the stage with their tongue, weirdly. They will then lift Obra up and move Obra over toward the speed team and then get beside of you. All of the other frogs rushing to the monster luring team. Magic Frog has trained them well, you see.
Oh, I see.
Monsters are pretty dumb.
So we're going with under the assumption that the speed team is the safer team.
Speed team is people who can evade Ganon.
Gotcha.
People who hopefully won't get hit by Ganon, because horse and flying and dog.
Yeah. Let's look to Hosier and Marcus.
Hosier looks over toward everything. He's like, I've dealt with monsters a lot. If you don't mind me going over here.
Not at all.
I don't know if I can handle Phil. I can barely handle the other
I don't know
horses
if
you
could
have.
Either.
Can barely handle those
It's
other
crazy.
war horses you have.
They're incredible and they're crazy. And I'd rather you go with them, because that seems the least technically dangerous. They're both equally dangerous, but the least.
You keep acting like Phil's gonna be going with you.
You want
Because
to keep
he
Phil with you
is.
then?
Because he is. I've already strained everything I had. I'll go try to rally some monsters. I'm used to it from the fields. If you'll be fine.
Yeah. Then.
I'll keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't disappear again.
Please do.
Hosier does not like your dad.
You have a lot to answer for. Especially to my sisters.
As people are kind of moving side to side, going those stage with Atalanta, he talks about it being a choice, and he understands he's robbed you of that with this plan, so he asked you, Atalanta, what do you want to do? He wants to see you happy. But
Whenever you came to me with this plan of fighting these hordes of monsters here in the forest, I was all for it. I was one of the strongest fighters that had ever made their way out of the forests to the west, and whenever I made my way to Castletown, you and the rest of the heroes were the only ones that really treated me like a person. Everyone else just treated me like a little kid. I can't say that I want to give up everything. I thought that by coming to this battle, we would be able to win. But because of that creature and because of everybody attacking from behind, if it wasn't for the fact I was what I am, I would have been killed. And hearing what everybody said happened to me in the end, me sacrificing myself for the entire forest, I was happy, but also mad. I didn't sign up for that. If it happens fighting monsters, that's fine, but I didn't want to go back for it. I don't want to fight that creature. They look over toward the monster slaying team. But I signed up to slay monsters, and if I have to go down with this, I'll do it. I'm just happy that there is another way out, potentially.
This will
If you
work.
can't- If you can't do it, for the sake of the rest of the Kokiri, I will do it. So you better try your best, okay? There's a little bit of a wibble in their voice. They're like, I don't want to die, but fuck, I'll do it for my people.
That's what makes you a real hero, Atalanta. But you know him. This will work. But he'll die trying first.
They look to you, they give you a nod, they pull out their magic bag, and they pull out the large Lionel spear again. They try to wield it once more. As they lift it up, this time, with a strain, they do lift it in both of their hands, and they let it rest on their shoulder. Okay, let's go kill some monsters then.
Let's go.
As you two make your way over to the monster drawing team. Everyone. Both sides.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I was gonna. There was something that Ronan was gonna do before we actually ended up splitting up.
Go right ahead. Both sides have gathered.
No, it's just Ronan's gonna just go over to Obra real quick.
As you go to Obra, you see that Z at this point has flown over and has landed on your head. What?
Yeah,
What's going on?
I know it's not what you wanted, but you would be better for this team.
Ah. You have a lot to catch up with that frog with.
It's true.
I don't know, if everything
He is-
works out, maybe we'll end up with another Kokiri friend and 2 frogs. Or 10 frogs? Looks over to all the frogs. Whatever. Time can fix that if they want to.
You be safe, all right? You better come back.
Hey. Just because you don't have to worry about lightning that much as other Zora doesn't mean you're allowed to get barbecued, all right?
I have no plans of that.
All right, just whenever he sends his skeleton in there to do that job, you get out, okay? You grab
I will.
everyone and you head straight back here,
Got
or
it.
there will be words.
I believe it.
You think you can get out of this just by dying? I will bring your spirit back. You know it's a threat.
Oh, I know.
They will
And he
lean,
will-
they will lean up at you and give themselves a
Yeah.
slight levitate as they go to give you a kiss.
He will kiss back. Let's do this.
Two groups head out from the Sacred Grove. As you do, one group of you, the minute you head out, you see the toppling trees once again. You see something moving toward all of you. Marco, Polo, and your various gaggle of friends. You guys get upon your mounts. Sorry, Ophi. You guys get upon your separate mounts. As you do, Gallon and Obra look as if they begin flying next to the two of you. Link, for a second, looks like they're just going to start running. However, they look back toward Marco and they get on the horse. Luckily, it is a war horse and it is large enough for two.
Yeah.
As you guys make your way straight through a clearing until you are once again face to face with Ganon. Or at least the one calling themselves Gorthos. As they step out from the trees, they slow to a stop as they see the group of you in front of them. They look around as if looking for the rest of you.
Seems that Gorthos is nowhere to be seen.
Guess not.
Well, I at least have one of you here.
You are so true, friend. Says Link just under their breath, just like, oh yeah, definitely. Go get him, Link.
Pushes Marco out in front of
They do stare toward Link for a moment. There is a slight hint of recognition going across this person's face. However, you so thoroughly convinced them last time that you were Link, they are going to go against their immediate thoughts. Like, no, that can't be Link. No.
I couldn't have been wrong.
I'm not wrong. That one has the Master Sword.
So, tall, dark, and ugly. You said that you didn't want to do what the other two said. Is there a particular reason why you don't like them that much?
You're talking of the skeleton and the Sheikah.
Mm-hmm. They fucked around too much in my time. Or is it our time? You're out of time. It's weird.
It's our time. Though I've been in our time a lot longer than you.
That is
Those
true.
two are fools. All they do is get in the way of my work. Trying to make me grander. Trying to make me give birth to the new Ganon. But I am far more accomplished on my own than I ever have been with them. I have been the one to create this blade and this armor. I am the one who sliced through and ended the threat of Gorthos.
That is true.
Whatever they want me to be, they are wrong. And whenever I find them now that I have completed my blade, if they step out of line again, they will find themselves in the same predicament I will soon put you in, hero.
Personally, I'd say that you'd probably want to just axe off them like immediately. They're the kind of schemers that you just don't even want to take a chance on that.
Oh, perhaps. But until I actually end Gorthos, and you for that matter, having minions is always good. Perhaps I'll turn them on those fools over on Spectacle Rock. Destroy the last vestige of Gorthos's power. The witch who just struck me with lightning.
She sure did that, didn't she? Oh, that couldn't have been timed any more perfectly than it was.
She will be dealt with as soon as I return. But until then, there's still 1,000 years of quenching to be done. And I'll make sure that the first of the demonic blood that taints this blade will be hers.
He then points the blood over toward where Polo is.
Don't think I haven't noticed you, spawn of Antares.
So you do know him. Do you go really far back?
Antares was the reason I had to hide out in this forest. If it wasn't for him, I would have found my way to power a lot sooner. But I had to wait for him to die.
That really sucks.
Just making sure
doesn't it?
Squeaky is there before going too much further.
Yeah, you are muted. Okay.
B.
I turned off the reactives because nobody's was working other than
I
yours.
had noticed, yes.
Okay.
Are you ready, Spawn, to make this blade exactly what it always has meant to be?
We're getting there.
If you do it willingly, perhaps I'll give you a reward.
Is he referring to me?
Yes, he knows you're a demon. And enters is Spawn.
Yeah, were you there to hear everything I said?
No, I'm sorry. I was eating cheese. I was eating cheese.
One spicy boy and cheese.
He had said no, it's fine. He had said that he still has 1,000 years of quenching this sword in demon blood to go. And he said that the first demon he will make sure that coats this blood is her. And then he pointed the blade to you and said the spawn of Antares.
He also said
At
that
which
Antares
point,
the reason.
yes, at which point Marco brings up, Antares, and they said that Antares was the reason they had to hide out in this forest. They had to wait until he died before they could come to power.
I see.
And now they're basically telling
I missed
you.
that with eating cheese.
And now they're basically telling you if you willingly give yourself to them, then perhaps they'll reward you.
Oh, wow. What an offer.
Once in a lifetime opportunity right there.
Before, I could do nothing. Not with the diamond heart that he had attained. But now that they are far below, in a grave of their own making, their parts scattered about the world, I no longer have to worry of the full force of the demon general.
You will find my father is very much still alive.
Ha!
And the pieces of him are closer than you think.
But that is all he is anymore, isn't it? I had sent someone to make sure of that.
And are you
know-
sure?
It's really cowardly when you get down to brass tacks. He really
Cowardly.
couldn't just come to power and challenge him for his own throne? Demon to demon?
Do you think I am some unknowing beast? One that does
Pretty sure
not
you used to
plan? Again, I am not Ganon. I am one who has planned my ascension for over 1,000 years and will wait 1,000 more. I will not be killed so easily as them. I will take full advantage of this time without heroes, and I will rise far grander than any Ganon who came before me.
So that's why they were saying something about the Age of Heroes is over. You just want that.
Enough talking, hero. Let's make sure the
Aw.
Age of Heroes is finally over now. The two
No
of
thanks.
you will wet this blade. And the rest of you, perhaps I'll keep you alive to watch.
No, thank you. I have far too many places to be, too many people to talk to, and too many treasures to find. So
Hey,
toodaloo.
Hey, should we keep like talking to this guy and keep distracting him? He seems so wanting to talk.
I know. Come on, you sure you gotta have a couple of plans you want to just get off your chest, right?
Yeah, any more monologues you got? Any more fawning over my girlfriend you want to do?
I wonder, actually. Would the blood of a demon really satiate your blade when it is also mixed with that of a god?
And a human.
A god.
Would it not cleanse your hard work? If anything, my blood might be the furthest thing you want near your blade.
You consider yourself a god?
No, I do not consider myself a god in the slightest. I am one.
Oh my god. You're going hard on that.
My demonic
And I
power
don't
should
mean
have shut out every god within this entire forest.
Well, when the other gods shut you out, where else can you go?
Well, let's see just what the power of a god will do to this blade. If you remember, this blade is supposed to be bathed in immortal blood. What's a few gods to add to it?
They will start making their way forward.
Yeah.
As they take one step, they will swing their blade back, and they look as if they go to throw it forward, as if to use it to gain some momentum. The two of you,
I
with
would
your
like to throw a
associates,
bomb at his feet to trip him.
would like to throw a bomb at his feet to trip him. I'm guessing the bomb shoes.
Yeah, the bomb shoes.
Are you just throwing one?
I will. Let's see. I have 11 bomb shoes left. I have 3 in the bag, so I'd have to get the rest out of the card. So I'll throw 3 bomb shoes at his feet.
3 bomb shoes has a chance of working. Why don't you go ahead
Pocket
and
bomb.
roll me for 3 of your diligences, please.
I believe in a thing called destiny.
Fuck. That's pretty good.
Let's fucking go.
That's pretty good destiny right there.
It's pretty good.
Needs this
destiny
love
right
shit. I
there.
believe in a thing called destiny.
As they go to try to use the momentum to carry them forward, you throw out your 3 bomb shoes. As you turn to go to leave, you spur on Phil. As they rear back with the blade, the 3 bomb shoes hit and will knock them back prone, giving you guys ample opportunity to get
Dumbass.
going and going forward. as he roars out and goes to stand, I will say that the first chase will be completely invalidated for that.
He just hears Marco laughing, calling him a dumbass as he goes.
That being said, I don't know how long you're going to have to keep him at bay, because the others have not gone yet. So let's go to the others.
Oh, Lord.
We did it, Squeaky.
Somehow.
We did it, Squeaky! We
Yeah.
saved the city!
The forest is burning down.
We saved
Yeah,
the
we
forest!
No, we did not.
Let me find... I don't think it's this one. It might be that one. I hate the fact that there's like a bunch of old maps I need right now, but the fucking we had to like replace this room like twice. As you guys make your way out, you begin to hear the cackling of not only the monsters about, but you also hear the roar of Ganon as the others have left from you and gone off in a different direction. I would like to know, Ronan, you have the ability to pull certain monsters towards you.
Yeah.
If we read your recital, is it recital? No, it's not recital.
Alluring
it's,
performance.
Alluring performance. If you read your alluring performance, you can choose a type of monster.
Yeah.
Because you have Z with you, I would say that you can choose 2 types of monsters.
Okay.
Because you have the fairy heart, I'm going to say you can choose 3.
Oh.
However, that is all that you have currently.
Okay. That's still really good.
That's still really good. There are
I mean,
tons of types of enemies in the forest.
yeah.
And we can say that some of the frogs are croaking in unison with you, but that's not helping, but they're trying.
That might just help amplify the sound of it to
Yeah.
reach farther.
They're trying so hard. But if you played the Zelda games and you hear like the little ghettos, the little ghetto masks and shit, that's what they're trying to do. But as you are trying to play this, as you are trying to do this, you have 3 types of monsters. What would you like to try to lure?
Bokoblins, I think, would be a pretty safe bet. There's probably a ton of those.
Goblins are good.
Moblins.
Goblins are good. It would potentially stop them from rampaging too hard.
Yeah. Trying to think of other monsters that I know of.
The only monsters you know that are in the forest currently, you know that there are Wolfos here, but you also know that later on Polo ends all the Wolfos for some off screen because that was their backstory.
Yeah.
But there's also the Chews, which you know are decently native to the forest. There's also
Yeah.
the Keese, which you know are
Keese.
usually not that native to the forest.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess I'll make the third one.
And
Okay,
you
go ahead and
don't
finish.
know if there's any other monsters here. Most likely, you have heard from Gorthos and the others that there are potentially Lizalfos and things like that are here, but you're not sure. You know that there are Keese.
I'll go with Keese because those are the ones I know.
Okay. I would like you to roll me for your diligence, please.
Alrighty. Fucking use my last designated 2. Throw in this
Okay.
and throw in that because fuck it.
First roll. The hero token does not work, but you do have +3 going on. It's an 11. 15.
Okay, that's 23.
You begin to toot toot. And by toot toot I mean voix with your
Whatever
violin.
onomatopoeia violins have.
Yeah. Z can toot toot.
Yeah.
By toot toot I mean
Oh no.
I can't do it, man. You begin calling every monster you possibly can have here around you. They start to quiet their laughter all around you. As you're making your way through, you find that occasionally a chew or a wolfos will go to show itself. That being said, I barely want you guys to roll for it because you're luring so many other monsters that between Hosier, between Marcus, between Gorthos, and between Atalanta, it's very difficult for me to say that any other monster gets through, especially since you have a physical prime magic frog with you.
Yeah, right.
He
And
still
also
has
Ronan.
some magic. No, Ronan's just going toot to doot.
And this magic seed who's there for moral
Who's
support.
also
Yes.
the occasional Wolfos does get through. However, you guys pick up your pace. You guys start to move back around. You guys do your best to get your way through. And with that roll you did, I don't see this going very bad at all. Eventually, you guys make your way over toward where what you believe to be the entrance to the underground area is. However, Gorthos, as all of them have pulled them around, and as Ronan is now basically surrounded by enthralled monsters, you still haven't found your head.
Ah, fuck. How could I find my head?
We can split up and try to look. It's not like we're gonna get lost here. But as soon as Ronan stops playing, those creatures are going to attack him.
Think.
We're
Well,
looking
if-
for
if-
just a big head like yours used to be, right?
Yes.
We can make our way through and hope to see if we can find what we can find. But
Can I
should any of us
be-
stay here with Ronan? As soon as Marcus says, should any of us stay here with Ronan, there is a cacophony of ribbits.
Huh.
I think he's good. I think he's fine. You see, for a moment, there is a Wolfos that like parts the crowd and like starts running towards you guys as Magic Frog literally just grabs him with his tongue and yeets him into the forest.
No.
I want you to imagine this frog is not this old. There are bulging muscles with
Oh,
this
the muscle
frog.
frog.
Muscle frog. You see, he's not gotten to the battle
You just hear
form
a-
yet.
You just hear a as it goes flying off into the fucking trees.
You didn't. I don't even think you came through on the mic.
Oh,
Swole frog.
Yeah.
yeah, like that. Did I get it?
No.
No, I didn't hear
I
anything.
think the sound's just too
I
different.
think that people at home heard me. I made a really good Wolfo sound.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Just
cool.
imagine it was the greatest Wolfo sound you've ever fucking heard in your life.
Gotcha. I believe you.
No. Anyway.
Yeah, the others can hear. Good job. Do you
Can
want
I-
to have the four of you go away from Ronan and start looking for Gorthos's head?
Yeah, can I feel a presence of a stall in this fucking forest? Or anything like that?
Roll me for your experience. I've been waiting for you to ask.
Cool. I like it. Hold on. We have hero dice, right? So let's see if I'm adding a 7 or a 14 to this. Nothing.
Yes.
That's fine. So that's just whatever. Just roll. No. Fuck you, no. Not now. Not like this.
18.
yeah.
As you start to wander around, your mind looking around at everywhere around you, you first off understand why none of the monsters around here are stalls. Because if they were, by the way, stall was another option. If you would have said stall, it would have been like, you may. The reason there's no stalls around here is because Gorthos would have seen them coming. Also, a lot of the stalls to be up in the stall house, the little stall village. But yes, there was no stalls that actually came through this bad place.
I could just possess them and move on with my life.
That being said, you do feel the faint presence of heroic bones off a little bit away from you.
There, he senses it.
Well, let's go get it then.
We'll be back, Ronan.
As the four of them rush off, Ronan.
Yeah.
I need you to roll me another diligence as you're sitting here playing for all these enthralled fucking monsters around you.
Alrighty.
I need to know how long this is gonna last.
Again.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
31.
Holy fuck.
Ronan, you're having no problems.
Hell yeah.
This is the best fucking this is the best performance of your life. You see one of the bokoblins, you see one of the hobgoblins like dig into its pocket and throw a rupee on the ground.
Magic Card just is
They learned how to tip.
Quick roll luck. What kind of rupee is it?
It was a green rupee.
Damn it. We should have gone for gold.
It would've been really
fucking
funny
cheapskate hobgoblin.
Well, they're monsters. Of course they don't tip well.
The savages.
The others made their way off into the forest. As they do, you find a skeleton. Not a skeleton. You find a head off into the area. But you also find more than that. As I'm trying to find out what that more could
You lied.
be.
There are stalls here.
Where the fuck are you? Did I put you back here? Technically, one of you is back here. I guess we can just use you. Whatever. That's fine. You find that surrounding said head
Oh, you fucking bastards.
Oh.
this is the wrong one. I'm trying to find
Okay.
the actual fucking Shikas, but I couldn't find them. In fact, that one has the face, so I feel like I feel really bad for it, so we're gonna find them.
It's so unfortunate Marco couldn't be here to help with this.
I see more red ones with masks over here.
Where's
but
that
they're
at?
supposed to be blue.
Where's it at?
I've also
Oh,
mixed
that's
the
where
whole
they are!
circuit.
I put them off to the side so that I could use them. I just forgot where I put them.
I didn't know if you wanted the blue ones or the red ones.
No, they're good.
so
We got some red ones. Everything else around here is red too. Why not?
they blend in. Oh, there's four
They're
of them?
there's actually blue. They're actually blue, but because all the red, it's red.
Huh.
They're supposed to be blue. Anyway, you find that there are 4 Sheikah surrounding where the head is. One of them has put it inside of a net and is carrying it away and trying to carry it away. As they turn to you, the 4 of them give a bit of a chuckle throughout the air. As you guys hear these chuckles, they think that 1 Sheikah per 1 fighter, they like those odds.
They're gonna find out very quickly why they should have just let them just run away.
One of them drops the head behind them. And as they do, we're going to go into initiative. Orthos,
Dad!
Okay.
I need you to
Oh,
roll
I'm
me
the
a
only
d20.
player character here.
Mm-hmm. The others are gonna have things to do. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. I would feel bad. That's a 13. And
Okay.
finesse 15. Yay.
Unfortunately, the ones who will be going first, as for what I rolled before the game, is one of the 4 Sheikah. Get some better battle music going on. We'll do this one. As one of the Sheikahs will dash out, and they will go after what they believe to be the most intimidating thing here, which will be our boy Hosier.
The poor fools.
My boy.
As one of the Sheikah darts out faster than many of you can even comprehend, you see a blade go to Hosier. Hosier's a knight, so he might be able to do some good. I would like for Ronan to take charge of Hosier.
Oh, okay.
Whenever I have Hosier rolls, I would like for you to roll it.
Okay.
He is going to start
Listen.
by attempting to trip Hosier. He's going to use one of his attacks to try to knock Hosier on the ground so that him and the others that he has can get some attacks in with advantage.
We're doing this. If I'm going to do this, I'm doing it my way. Fuck your fucking white dice.
All right, Ronan, go ahead and roll me for a +4, please, for Hosier's finesse.
18, bitch.
That is just meeting it. Not only that,
Hell yeah.
but an attack just missed Hosier.
Yes!
Hosier
What does that
is going
mean?
to flurry rush.
Ooh.
Just like Gorthos, he's a knight.
You can come over here and read the flurry rush if you'd like. However, flurry rush, experienced knight knows how to take advantage of their own experience. As a reaction, they can use this ability to strike back at any foe who misses you with an attack. Once per combat, upon dodging an attack, knight may immediately take their next turn. Each attack made during that turn deals +1 damage. And then after using that
cool.
turn, they gain 1 extra reaction a turn until the end of combat.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they do. Knights are strong.
Hosier will take their turn immediately, which is great because they not won earlier.
Amazing.
Hosier is
boy,
going to
why?
attempt to strike back against them. Pulling out their own blade, they're going to go for a series of attacks with +1s, which means on their thing, they will have a +6 to each of these attacks.
Okay.
First
So
attack by
heck it.
Hosier.
All right. That is
Is a
not
16,
that's 16
that just hits them.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
These guys are not the Sheikah from your time. These guys do not have these guys do not have these super special suits that help them a lot.
Okay.
Because you know, if you
eviscerated.
the reason their AC is usually so high is because you guys have to avoid touching their outfits because otherwise you get enthralled by them.
Okay.
So they have 19 AC usually. As you go for an attack, Hosier will hit. As Hosier strikes with their weapon, he will do 3 damage +1 because of Flurry Rush. That'll be 4 damage.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Second attack. That's a natural
crit.
20.
Goddamn Hosier, let's fucking go.
Hosier,
Fat
upon
crits.
training with Marco, has learned how to react to someone of this speed. He will roll back around and go for a large strike against the back of this man's head, dealing double damage, which is enough thanks to the Flurry Rush to take one of them
Oh
down.
fuck yeah!
He is still in his
boy.
turn.
Can he make it to the lady back there?
That is just enough movement.
Fuck yes.
Hosier will then go to the second one. Roll me another attack. That is an 18. That is another hit. As Hosier strikes them with a 4. Hosier has 1 more attack. That is a hit.
Ooh.
Damn.
They're still up.
Let's go.
But Hosier strikes them twice. As this happens, this man just fucking goes down immediately. Yeah, that one seems like they're the most problem. Jesus Christ, I was
Your
right.
formation is weak.
Your formation is weak.
Hell yeah.
You're then
Get 'em,
going to
boy.
go to Marcus. Emerald, could you do me a favor and you could play Marcus for me?
Sure, fam.
What the fuck class is Marcus anyway?
Marcus is a fighter.
Oh,
Yeah, of course he fucking
Just a
is.
straight up 5th edition fighter.
It is it is a warrior. They're a warrior.
Gotcha.
My bad.
Alright, I'm here. What do I got?
Marcus, it is their turn. They see what just happened with Hosier. They look forward. They look toward their opponent. They currently are using their scythe spear, which has a reach of 1, so they can technically stay away from people as they're fighting.
Swing.
Go for a swing. Roll me the attack. You will have a +4. Wait,
Oh,
no,
hell
that's
yeah.
his finesse. This is not a finesse weapon. You'll have a
I would be
plus.
surprised.
You'll have a +5.
Okay,
He's not
19,
as strong as Ronan.
Or 14 plus 5.
14 + 5. That is a hit. That is 1 strike. That will be. That will be 3 damage.
Hit again.
Roll the
Or
attack.
he will strike again.
I'm wanting you to roll these over here so I can actually see them.
oh,
Oh, my bad. I
No,
didn't know.
that's cool. I just don't want to go back and forth.
back and forth, back and forth.
Second attack.
That's another hit.
You know,
It's another 3 damage as you just see him go in. He goes for a stab at this Sheikah, and then he seems to swing the scythe spear around him and slashes him with the next attack.
all right.
Third attack. This is his
let's
this is
see.
his technical last attack.
Technical last attack, but he's also a warrior. So,
That's why I said technical.
third attack. 11.
That is a 5. That is just a hit.
Wow.
That's another 3 damage. He is still up.
I guess it's time to go beyond limit.
You go
Hell
beyond
yeah.
limits.
Get it.
No wonder he's going fucking blind.
As he seems to reach back, just kind of flexing once again and yelling out. He goes forward once more. Go for the next round of attacks. Each of these
First
have
attack.
+1. That's a
Natural
natural
20.
20.
Oh my god. Let's go.
He's Super Saiyan powered up and killed a man. How much more movement does he have?
He has 1 more movement.
Aww.
These two
They
are, like,
are within range.
Fuck.
The next 2 attacks. It's time.
Go for it.
First attack.
I think we underestimated
re-roll
these
that.
guys.
You're gonna re-roll it.
I'm gonna reroll it with my reroll token.
All right, go ahead.
Am I even gonna need to do anything? It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna reroll token.
All right, go ahead.
I was almost a 17. Maybe roll one of the other ones. Maybe this one's just lost its luster now.
Yeah. That's definitely it.
That's definitely it, not just cope.
I'm gonna reroll that with a
okay,
reroll
well.
token.
I'm gonna reroll. Save one of your tokens. I want to reroll that.
Okay then. Thank you for your reroll token.
Yeah, fuck this
That's
guy.
a
There
19.
we go.
Does he crit on a 19?
Which for him, as a Hylian warrior, yes, he does
Oh,
crit on a
fuck.
19.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
That is 6 damage immediately onto them. That is half of their health immediately.
Third.
His last
Sixth
attack.
Last attack.
He doesn't have
Big
upgraded.
nine.
That is a hit.
Does he have another use?
He
of
does not
Beyond
have.
Limit?
He does not have upgraded.
Okay.
The thing. So that is the only one he got. We then will
Okay.
move on to Atalanta. Squeaky, can you be Atalanta for me?
Anna, can you be Anna?
Yes.
All right, come over here and use these 3 dice that are over here. They are
Little
going
gray
to
ones?
go in for an attack.
E.
They will
Oh,
boop, boop, boop.
I think it's only one, but who cares? Let's see.
I thought it was
Sorry,
3.
Rush.
He said
Well, the first thing, first things first. Before you go for the attacks, just let those drop. I want you to go ahead and roll me for a, I believe. No, they're not a thief. Never mind. I was gonna be like, go for a flanking strike, but they're not a thief. They're a spelunker, not a thief.
the difference.
Go ahead and roll me for the first attack. We'll go one at a time. That is a natural
Nat
20.
20.
Fucking kill. Is Gordon not even gonna do anything?
They bring their Lionel Spear back. You should have Overwhelm on that, actually, by the way.
Oh, cool.
As they do, I would like you to roll me. I'm going to get you a D4. Because they have a
They're like, fuck
D4.
this.
They
The
have
Nat 20's
a-
just like, nah, fuck that weight shit. Just have her use the Lionel Spear.
They have a D4 plus their plus half their strength. So go ahead and roll me a D4 plus 2 there. They'll also add in their weapon as well.
2.
That is 5 damage. Which I believe. How many attacks did he get on her?
He got 2.
Two biggins.
They are go for another attack.
Alrighty.
You have Overwhelm, so you can roll this with it.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
That's fine. You can
Girl,
roll
what
it
the
after.
fuck you talking about? This shit's too heavy to use.
19.
Fine.
That's a hit. They had
4.
one. They had 1 health left. They go down. You have 1 more movement left as a Kokiri. And you have a reach weapon. Would you like to move into range to attack this last one?
Right here.
Go right ahead. It is
That's a
9
9.
plus your D4. Roll for Overwhelm. This might work.
2.
9 plus 2, that is 11. Plus 4, that is 15. Does anybody want to do a reroll? Yep. Roll
Do it
again.
again. Do it again. And
Both of them?
Overwhelm, probably, maybe.
Yep.
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, sick. Fucking hype. Let's go.
Come on.
That's not any
Is
better.
it 4 and a 4? No,
4 and 4.
unfortunately, it is not.
One more time.
Oh my god.
You can hold on to this. Because, like I said, they
I
were.
shouldn't go to casinos.
Because, like I said, while they
Yeah.
didn't get their attack in, they will end their turn, which will be their turn. However, they're going to dungeon action.
Oh my god, that's she's a little. He's a spelunk. He's a little bastard. Get him.
Go for
Get
another
him.
attack, Squeaky.
Alrighty.
Once more. Onto the beach.
Come on. Oh,
That is a hit. As this man's takes them down quite a bit and is followed up by her. Roll me a D4 for damage.
Come on. Come on. Max.
Literally, the
4.
only way you wouldn't have taken them down was with a 1. As Gorthos.
Did we just say that this entire time after after I was getting down, he just started walking towards the head, so nonchalantly? He just has that feel, that air of, yeah, this feels like he's with riders again. He's gonna start walking.
Gorthos,
Yeah,
you
this one-
see
this-
the 3 of them take out 4 trained Sheikah heroes. Quote unquote heroes. 4 Sheikah betrayers.
Hmm. Not so easy now that you have a face-to-face fight, is it?
As you make
Yes,
your
just-
way, you find your head. You note that feeling you had before, where you have felt your head, that fading feeling, seems to come to you once again as you go and grab your head here. Currently, you don't feel a lot of consciousness coming from your head.
Well, good thing he emptied out his magic bag for the whole bone meal thing. So I still do have a magic sack. So he pulls out his magic satchel and completes the fucking loop, I guess.
Out of everyone, I am very impressed with you, Hosier.
Yeah.
That was the most useful flurry rush we've seen in the entire campaign.
He's
Yeah,
just
well,
fucking.
most things hit Gorthos, so it sucks. They have low AC.
Hosier's is the boy.
Hosier's a beast.
Yeah.
I was like, Dad?
Yeah.
Papa?
He did pretty
Where
good.
you get- Yeah. Genetics, you gotta love them.
We should get
No,
them
they
back
all-
to Ronan. Is it all right?
Oh, he's there, barely, but he's there. It's strange being on the outside for the first time.
Are you really able to control that body of yours without being in it?
It's a fairly recent development. Perhaps when Ganon split up his soul, maybe it was beneficial in some way. But yes, for a time, he spent an entire month fighting himself with it. Good practice.
I don't like bringing this up because it sounds really weird when I do. But are you sure that you can keep fighting without that? Feels really weird to be saying that about my own body.
He supposes it must be, considering. But he...
Kaze's like, that fight had the energy of, we got this. Oh, shit!
Yeah.
I love seeing egomaniacs getting their fucking comeuppance. Anyway. These bodies, these people who sacrificed everything, they all have inherent meaning. He grows close to them. There is little doubt in his mind that these actions we're taking are worth the sacrifice. He will find a way, just as he did before. And much like he believed before, in a different kind of way, you are the reason he's able to have it in the first place.
Okay. If it works, then thank you.
You need not thank Orthos for it. Of course he would do this for you.
I feel like I'm just spitting in her face, you know? She did everything I was supposed to.
You feel ashamed.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I felt nothing but shame the past while. It's not a shame to want to live.
He knows now how scary it is facing the idea of mortality. This is also a new feeling for him. There's no shame in fear of any kind. But there is shame in making a choice you know you will regret. So he asks you, right here and now, what do you want to do, Atalanta?
I want to be able to get these dogs to shut the fuck up. No, sorry.
The Wolfos are angry this time of year.
I want to be able to keep fighting. I want to be able to keep doing things, and if I die, I won't. Then we know what you must do. Are you ready for this, Gorthos?
As he'll ever be.
I was another person that came to this place without fully understanding everything. I just thought my father would be able to take everything out for us. But I think that even knowing that him and the rest of the heroes around did as much as they could, they would have been honored to know that another one of the heroes were able to live through it. My dad did everything to keep me alive. The other heroes would love to know that the two of you are alive as well. Let's go get Ronan. Make sure he's fine. I'm sure he's struggling right now. Ronan, not struggling at all. With a 30-something roll.
Well, perhaps, but you'd be surprised.
You guys
Well.
begin to make your way back. As you do, Ronan.
Yeah.
You see the four of them return. You guys had to keep a couple of Wolfos out, but honestly, you were playing so well that you actually see whenever you return, a couple of Wolfos have just been here anyway. The alluring performance isn't actually doing it. It's just the sound.
They just like it.
They
so
just like
much.
it.
They like you. You see a familiar face among them.
Wait a sec.
As you continue to play, Gorthos, you return. Do you want to leave your body?
He takes off the Majin mask off of this one. He's making sure that all of the hero's tools are on him, except, of course, the slingshot, as that has to go somewhere else.
You know that whenever you found the body, that you had the sword and the medallion on you.
Mm-hmm. And the shield, the buckler.
And the shield, yes.
He's making sure that is all there. He keeps the Keaton mask. He keeps the Majin mask.
Start dressing up your little guy, like, here you go, here you go.
Yeah, just as soon as he just puts those things, like takes those off, he just switches out.
Do you want to use your ether medallion, or do you want to use her ether medallion?
Mine is repaired and probably not as good as the real thing, is it?
Probably not.
Gorthos' hand holds out the repaired ether medallion. When we trained, it won't be enough.
Yes, of course. They hand you the completed ether medallion. The original.
He just looks at the medallion.
You feel just by looking at this thing and just by holding this thing, you can already tell just how much more power is in this one.
He's sorry for what he has to do. As he puts it on the Atalanta skeleton.
You find that as soon as the ether medallion goes onto the Atalanta skeleton, you feel that same presence you've usually felt whenever these things have had sort of wills of their own. You find them sort of look up to you. As they do, they feel around themselves for a moment until they finally stop at their chest plate. Upon going to their chest plate, they reach inside and they pull out a tiny bag that you did not put there. They then pull a bottle of wine out of that bag.
She still has the wine.
Where? How did you?
What?
How did you hide that? He doesn't have a bag of wine.
Ego,
Yes.
I want you to know something.
What's up?
For the longest time, I have had the hero wine in my special bag.
If you guys remember, there was another reason why I put Gallon's thing over here.
Yeah.
Gallon had a magic bag that he does not have anymore.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Atlanta stole his
Gallon
shit.
passed.
Die,
No,
why?
no. Gallon gave that to Atalanta when he learned that they were getting drunk in the basement.
Oh my god. You fucking asshole.
Is that
The Hylian Guard is just, where did you get that? Who? How?
And one of the times that Gallon has been just going back and forth in this past month, he just has slipped this over to Atalanta's skeleton.
oh my god.
How did you even develop a drinking problem?
She's always had a drinking
I've
problem.
not, no. I don't have a drinking problem.
Please,
I could quit anytime I wanted.
It's a solution, not a problem.
Why was that not a core map? You wouldn't
There's
remember.
no
would you?
shame in admitting you have a problem, Atalanta.
I am perfectly fine. I definitely have not gotten sad because everyone's called me a kid and then used drinking to teach them a lesson.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, no, Gorthos is genuinely shocked at this, so that should give everyone a kind of level of,
You see Atalanta look to themselves, the Atalanta skeleton, as they look over to them, just uncorks the wine and starts drinking some, and then starts walking over toward where the Gorthos skeleton head is and picks it up. Just, again, with one arm, just reaches down and picks it up.
yeah.
She then looks back to you guys.
It doesn't even have the hero gauntlets.
I wish I had the previous map where it had the hole and everything in it.
Yeah.
They look to you guys. Gorthos, roll me for your diligence to see how long you can hold this.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. Shit. This is all predicated on a really dumb idea. First
You also
this.
have one fleeting.
Double
And you have your
diligence.
hero bonus.
10 diligence, let's go. And a fleeting, and 5, so 7 rolls. 28.
God.
Let's keep rolling.
Yeah,
Snag that crit.
27. We're gonna get a 30. I'm looking for a 30.
5 more rolls.
That's enough. 5.
There it is.
Woo!
That's a nat 20.
That's
That's a nat 20 plus 10. That's a nat 30.
a nat 30. I don't know how many guidance I burnt with that. Was it like 3? 2, 3?
You
I think it
find
was 3.
they're all gone.
Okay, cool.
just because you got a nat 20 don't mean they're not gone.
Yeah.
You find as it looks to you guys, it points to Ronan and then points to Ronan to leave
Yeah.
because these monsters have to follow it down. It then points to the rest of you guys to leave.
Ronan will.
Yeah.
You see
Suppose
Atalanta
it's-
make their way over toward Atalanta.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for making you do this again. They look over. They put down the wine. They then bring a hand up toward Atalanta and give them a little chop on the top of their head. Ah! Go. Gorthos,
You didn't do that.
this is the first time you've heard one of them speak.
That just spoke. That's. They don't do that. They've never done that.
Go. They then push the wine into their hands and then start making their way toward the monsters.
Right.
No more shame and no more regrets. We should keep them chasing Ganon forever. Let's go.
Most of everyone gets just beyond the tree line. Ronan, you stay just a little bit of time behind. As you see them get toward where all the monsters are. And sort of just start looking like they're cracking their knuckles. They then just pick up the wine bottle. They look back to you and they give you a nod.
Nods.
See you in 1,000 years, I guess.
You
Later.
stop playing. And as you do, the fairy heart reverberates the music in the last few chords for a little bit as you dart backwards. The monsters all around look as if they start to groggily look around. That is, until a wine bottle goes at one of the moblins, bursting on its head. The moblin goes "Brrr!" as it looks toward where Atalanta is. Atalanta holding the hero's sword, the shield up, holding on to the skeleton on their back, or the skeletal head on their back. They then dart beneath their legs and jump down into the hole. The monsters start screaming as a lot of the smaller monsters start darting into the hole after her, and the moblins start gathering around the hole to start digging downwards. As this happens, the wolfos that were around start calling, start howling, as if to start making them, gathering more wolfos to them. You guys watch as Atalanta disappears beneath the ground. We should go.
Yeah.
Back to the grove.
Let's move.
Yes.
As all of you rush back, those who were getting chased, they handled this relatively quickly.
They sure did.
This one.
As you guys will be rushing away from Ganon, you will only have a few rounds of trying to evade Ganon. However, this does mean you guys could potentially have some issues.
Better pick up my water. On the
As you
ground,
guys,
so
sorry, the thing stopped
standing
playing.
one tile away from it.
As you guys start making your way away, you feel the roaring behind you as Ganon is following after you. After being knocked onto the ground, they are rushing to you, knocking trees out of the way. Immediately, you notice the first of many bad things, Marco. As you look back, yet again, you see a tree come flying in your directions. Funny thing is now, you have two people who can levitate people. As both Gallon and Obra are flying away from them, Obra turns and lands onto where Orion is, because they can't focus on themselves with this, and they're going to attempt to use their magic to levitate the rest of you out of the way. Roll me for Obra's magic.
Okay. Gonna heckin' grab a couple of these. And put the last of these in.
It's pretty good.
That's 21.
Pretty fucking good.
Okay, so 21.
The 21, they are able to maneuver their levitation, their magic, over toward both Phil and Orion. As they lift off of the ground, Polo, you now having Obra on the on things with you. Gallon also raises above where the log goes. However, Gallon, because they did not have to help, looks to the log as it goes to pass by. You guys see a wind begin to pick up around where Gallon is as he motions toward the log. Gallon is going to try to throw the log back at him.
Ooh.
Polo. If Squeaky is there,
Fuck, I forgot.
no problem. Squeaky, would you please roll me for Gallon's magic?
Yeah. All right.
He has a +1 because of his book, and another +1 because of his wand, I believe.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
So that is a +7 you have to roll.
B.
That is
15.
a 22. As the large log that Ganon has thrown toward all of you, since Gallon did not have to protect anyone, he flies ahead of it. He uses his wind magic to change its direction and sends it flying back with the same ferocity. You hear from it, you hear again, just a little bit into the forest, as you hear a large cracking sound as it goes over his head. Gallon then flies next to where Orion has been flying and looks over toward Polo and just gives a smile. As Obra, was that?
No, I was gonna ask how far back and thus visible is he?
He is not that visible. Because of the log,
Okay.
he just came out of the brush to see things. You can see him. It is up to you and Marco now. The two of you do not have to worry about evading this round. So what would the two of you like to do?
First off, Deco,
Mhm.
how much healing have I gotten from the Master Sword? Because it technically heals you every turn.
None, because of the fact that you have to be within range of a bad thing in order to heal.
Damn.
I don't either.
Also, you were having problems because of the malice that was around you. However, you were reverted thanks to the inverted Song of Time. You have 6 missing health. Roll me, Ronan. I'm gonna give you a D8,
Okay.
and whatever is healed, whatever you roll, was healed on
Okay.
Marco. Which
Let's
means
roll
if
the
you
one I got
roll
here.
a 6 or higher,
Or not.
Marco will be at full health.
Standing up.
That is a 4. Marco, you are not at full health. You do
This
have
is
4,
fine.
but you did get 4 health back.
Health is health.
You have a
Alright, now
potion,
I'll-
you can fucking chug that. You don't have one though, I don't think.
No, we've surprisingly not gotten into potions that much in this game.
We don't have an alchemist.
Well, luckily
so
I
am I
added that
weapons.
little thing onto Ober's car, but they can make you potions now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I got massive stuff.
So what am I rolling?
It's up to you, whatever you want to do. I'm guessing you were wanting to try to use the Master Sword on them to sword beam them, but you don't have a sword beam, so.
I in fact do not have a sword beam.
You have a boomerang.
Boomerang!
Would you like to turn your legendary fire sword into the legendary boomerang?
Yes, I would.
And every time,
Jasna would be proud.
every time I look behind
As you are going to
us,
toss your legendary fire boomerang at the villain, roll me for the attack.
Okay, so let's see here. You, and you two. Stacking this roll in my favor. Yeah, it's still there. It's just it was gonna highlight and roll with them.
First
Aw.
roll. Unfortunately, no hero bonus.
Second roll. A natural one. Third and final roll.
Come on. Come on.
What did you spec?
CX.
Roll me one more
No.
time because the fleeting.
Thank you, Fleetings. Thank
You
you.
had a fleeting way earlier today, and I just have not used it yet because I keep forgetting it.
12, 2, and diligence.
Yep.
That's
19.
19.
You throw it forward. As you do, you hear that it does seem to connect. You will have to catch it as it returns.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me for finesse.
I will roll the finesse. Moving on.
Oh, we got a lot of food, boys.
I believe it was 3, right? Or was it 2?
To what?
Of the these dice.
These here?
Yeah.
Well, first off, this is a different one.
That's a different one?
Yeah.
Oh, those
these
are
are
the
hero
hero
dice.
dice. Oops. My bad. They look the same.
Oh, it's because one of them has +1s on it now. That's why I used a different
Right.
font than the ones that are on these.
Yeah. Well, let's see if I catch my boomerang.
You're fine.
That's a boomerang. Also, because it's in this mode, it adds a D6 of fire damage on hit.
Yep. I'm not really going to worry about that. However, I am going to stagger him from getting hit, which means he is going to have lower AC. Because unfortunately, he does have a bit of a damage. Has a bit of a damage threshold.
No way.
So unfortunately, that D6 of fire damage would not have really done much.
I'm gonna assume that the Master Sword ignores that.
The Master Sword doesn't ignore that.
Cool, because I'm like, I don't know how it hurt it with it.
The Master Sword doesn't ignore that. Anything that is a weakness of his ignores it.
Gotcha. And that is what I do.
Polo, you are able to see him. He just got knocked in the horn by a boomerang.
Yeah. Now, I have a question because I know we asked about the fur, the Shepho's fur, and while that I, again, couldn't remember much, I know Polo would have tried to have ensured that she at least got her weekly light arrow. But I can't remember for the life of me because I haven't
went
used
home.
Yeah,
I believe you have
okay.
gone home to see Shepho's since the big fight.
Yeah, that's where I feel like if I don't have a tuft of fur, I feel like I would have at least tried to get a charge of the light. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Because you would have seen Shepho's. He was working at the farm. You guys would have seen him before things. Go ahead and roll me luck. We'll see. Just straight up D20.
Because that's where I'm kind of like, I feel like I at least would have gotten the light arrow, if not the fur tuft. 15.
You have one fleeting as well?
So first one is 15.
Who's in that one?
And 1.
You do have it. I was trying to see if you had something else, but you do have it.
Okay.
You do have your one use of light arrow.
Okay, so I have this Keith's eyeball.
Oh,
Go on.
You know what they do in Tears of the Kingdom, Nico.
I don't, so I'm excited to see what happens.
If you put a Keith's eyeball on an arrow, the eyeball will lead it to the sweet spot of an enemy, and it will hit. It will direct hit.
Unfortunately, you don't have an arm that fuses things to your arrows.
It's an
That
eyeball!
being said, I will let you roll for your finesse
Just
to see if you can hit it with this in a position where you still feel like you can launch the arrow. Roll me finesse for fun. Because this does seem fun. You are a hunter.
There's 2 ideas she has for this light arrow. If the Keith's eyeball feels like it wibble wobbles, then she has a backup. But I had to ask since she popped those Keith's arrow.
Roll me
Keith's
again
eyes out.
because that doesn't really tell me much.
Okay. $12.
I'm gonna say if you do this, I'll give you a +2
A +2
to your hit
Okay.
to make up for the homing nature that potentially would come from it.
Okay.
You tap somewhere deep inside of you. You tap into your ancient demon heritage, and you're like, "Yeah, this fucking works." And then you just stab it down.
Just like, I just need a moment. Just jabs it in there, really, like, just screws it in nicely. Like, Paul, what the fuck are you doing? Just trust the process. Just trust the process. It's this or something else. She is going to now, with that Keith's eyeball in the arrow, she's gonna launch it with that.
Okay, roll me with advantage because you are using light against him.
Yes.
I'm also lowering AC because of the stumbling from Marco.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 12 plus your diligence. That is a 17.
Yeah, that'll still hit. Should it? Maybe. I don't know.
With the +2 from the arrows, a 19.
And while I'm in this forest, do I have the advantage for the attacks, or?
You do already have advantage because of your thing earlier.
Yeah.
Roll me one
So is
more.
that one more die? Okay.
Nope.
The
Never mind.
12 plus your 5
I'm
is
getting
a 17. Plus 2 is a 19. Marco.
Yeah.
Roll me a d4. I had minused the AC by 2 to bring it down to a 20. Which unfortunately a 19 does not hit it. However, I just had Marco roll a d4, and Marco rolled a 3.
Like 25?
So I'm gonna say his AC was rolled by 3 to make it a 19. So that is a hit.
Oh. Oh.
Grandma's weapons.
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Roll me a d20, and we're gonna double it for the damage.
Alrighty.
Had a hand.
This definitely bypasses his
Juice.
resistance. There's a 5.
I'm re-rolling that.
Okay.
I'm re-rolling that. I didn't do all this shit for a fucking 5.
Oh my god!
Hell yeah.
Go. Let's fucking go.
That is 40 fucking damage.
Fuck you,
Good.
Gannon.
Fuck him.
You
I
put
want to
your
do a little silly for flavor
Go
if
ahead.
it's possible.
go ahead.
She's gonna, before she sticks the key eyeball, she's gonna just the tiniest little prick of her finger to get a teeny bit of blood. And as she's preparing it, she's like, "You want my blood? It's all yours."
As the log strikes them, knocking them over, as the boomerang goes and knocks them off balance, you aim directly for this fucking thing's horn. As you do, it slightly stands to try to get you, but you land it directly in his fucking face. As you do, he gets blown far back. The light arrow casts off, and you hit him with 40 unreduced light damage.
You fucked.
You guys rush off after landing with Obra not being able to keep you guys aloft for the entire time. You guys go running off, landing. You stick around trying to make sure you're luring him correctly. However, eventually you notice that Ganon doesn't get up after a minute. He does get up eventually, but he spends like a minute on the ground just like, fuck.
Kids these days.
Fuck that. Oh my god, I have a headache.
He's like, "The fuck, a demon with light arrows?"
That bitch just hit me with blood and light. How the fuck? And
As
terror.
it goes rushing after you, you guys do find, after around a minute of getting away from him, he does get to you one final time. But as he does, you notice, rushing off in the other direction, you see your allies going toward the shrine. All you have to do is dodge this man this time. We're gonna roll for Obra again. As he goes in, he's gonna try to go for a slash. This actually is not Obra. As he's gonna slash down at you guys, I'm gonna have Gallon roll. Gallon?
Oh.
Gallon is gonna try to either deflect him or move you guys. Roll me for his magic. Roll me that +7.
Alrighty, wait. I gotta like. Wait. 12.
12 +7, that is 19. Obra, roll me your magic as well.
Okay.
Alright,
Put
kill
this
us.
bad boy in there.
I don't think there's been a single.
That's a +7 on that, so that'd be 17.
Obra is going to look back toward where Ganon is. They are going to cast a spell on the blade and turn the blade invisible. Ganon at this point goes, "Brr." He feels it, and then he slams downward, whereas Gallon then pushes you guys out of the way with wind magic. He throws it down, but even with Gallon moving you guys a little bit away, because the blade was invisible, it hits before where you guys were.
Because you couldn't tell.
He is
where the blade would
disoriented.
go.
He's like, what the fuck?
He's super disoriented.
He screams out once again as all the forest begins to rumble with more demonic power.
He's so angry.
As it does, you guys note that Galen's magic as well as Obera's magic slightly fades as he begins to roar.
Uh-oh.
He is letting off all of his demonic power as he goes,
No more magic!
Oh.
as he says this, a large amount of black energy comes from the blade, shattering the illusion spell on it and send it higher up into the air, just like it did before whenever he said no one should leave. He's crying out that there is no more magic. As this happens, Ronan,
Yeah.
even from far off where you are, you feel all of the magic inside of you shut down. Gorthos, you feel
yeah, I
the
was about to
same.
ask.
As Gorthos, you feel the energy in you, the electricity, the tingling energy you've always felt disperse immediately.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me my magic possession also fails.
No, you're fine.
For a minute.
The body you're
Okay, cool.
currently in is fine. And luckily for
Okay,
you,
so-
the one you sent away is, with Atalanta has a mind of its own.
That's good.
As
Okay,
Galen
we'll
immediately just
attack that.
falls from the sky and fucking eats it. As Galen
I try-
falls and eats it, what are you thinking?
Wait, where is?
Can she would have an Ophi try to catch it?
Definitely. Roll me for Ophi. What is Ophi's what is Ophi's abilities here? Ophi has
right.
a +5 to
Ophi isn't
finesse,
magic.
instinct, and allure. Roll me for Ophi's finesse.
Ophi's not magic, he's friend.
Ophi's a creature. Ophi's a monster.
My
yeah.
do Orion and Ophi, because they're extensions of me, do they also get the advantage?
Yep, we said that earlier whenever he was fighting the Moblin. Go ahead.
Okay, he's got to make sure. Yeah. B. We're gonna re-roll
I
that.
was waiting.
we're gonna re-roll. Does
Just
it
one.
re-roll with or with? Okay, just one. Wait.
Come on, big number.
God.
We're gonna re-roll that.
Yeah.
You're rolling over.
I've got mine. Don't worry.
Okay.
I've been holding these for shit like this.
Fucking
Oh my.
As a 9.
That's a 9.
As a 14.
Let's try one more. Mm,
As a
12.
12.
Okay,
That is
well
a
that's
17.
that's a little better, hopefully.
Galen does slightly eat it as he falls onto the ground. For a moment, it looks like everybody's about to turn around. However, you send Ophi out, and just after he lands the first time, he is swapped around and engulfed by Ophi, with Galen giving out a little "Ah!" before getting basically swallowed by Ophi.
I love this shit.
As you guys rush forward, Ganon takes a knee for a moment after causing all of the magic around him to disperse. The first group, Gorthos and Ronan, you guys make it back. As you do, you rush in. You see that Matilda is still laying there. Good job, Matilda.
Good job holding down the fort.
Oh god, there's no magic right now. Oh no.
As you guys try to get forward and go around, you wonder where the others are. You see them rushing up after a moment. Orion and Phil leading the charge. You see Obera flying a little bit off to the side, and Ophi engulfed something large in their mouth. You're guessing it's Galen since you can't see him.
Fair assumption.
As you all reach here, you guys hear a gigantic strike of lightning happen behind you. You look back to see something even larger than the hell lightning you had saw before that struck the great tree. You see a storm overhead of where you had left Atalanta's body. As a humongous, continual ether strike comes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive strikes downwards. Immediately, Polo, you can feel the presence of many monsters dispersing.
Wow.
As you guys get around here, you hear the roar of the person behind you. As you all gather around, you see making their way toward where the shrine is a big dumb moblin man. A scorched face from him taking the light arrow. Is there anything you guys would like to do? There's only one answer.
Now's the time for that sword.
Oh, the Master Sword.
Marco goes forward and to go pull the Master Sword. I don't know if y'all need to be on the pedestal or not.
Let's all get
Marco,
up.
you rush forward. You find Link jumps down just on the other side of the pedestal as if they're getting around where Matilda was. Ronan, you pick up Matilda and you rush in. The rest of you come rushing over toward where the pedestal is. All the frogs following their leader.
Yeah. Arthur just pulls out the heat lantern and looks like he's ready to beat Ken with a stick.
You see, Link has already turned forward, holding out the golden sword. You have gone forward with the heat lantern. Hosier has gone forward. Atalanta has gone forward. Marcus has gone forward. Ober is standing, holding a large fireball in their hand. As this creature begins to rush, Ronan gives over Matilda to Magic Frog and stands, the hero's gauntlet shining.
Yep.
Marco,
Yeah.
you make your way over. You see the Master Sword below you. As you see it, you look back toward everybody else. You look to the other Master Sword you have in your hand. Do you want to draw it?
Marco will attempt to draw the Master Sword. Please work. We really need a miracle right now.
You jump down from Phil. You bring yourself in front of the Master Sword. You grip it with both hands. You feel immediately like something about you is draining from you. Maybe it's your vitality. Maybe it's your stamina. Could be a lot of things. But as you grab onto it, it seems as if the blade is testing you. Marco.
Yeah.
I need a series of rolls from you.
Oh boy.
First.
No wonder I needed more rerolls to stay with me.
First, roll me for your resistance. You have one fleeting.
I have one fleeting. Okay. I'll pull one of these. If there's ever a time to use these, it's now. Damn.
Marco, roll me one more time. You have a fleeting.
I'm aware. Natural 20.
Marco, take 1 damage. As you do, you feel the sword tries to fight against you in the beginning. Only for your spirit.
That's a good one I have. I'll throw in another one of these.
Another
natural 20 with double natural 30.
Sounds good. Just barely, but you know.
Just barely with a natural 30, you know.
I would like you to take one more damage.
Okay.
Marco. It seems to want you to have a test of strength. Not strength, but your own strength. Roll me for your finesse.
Wow. It wants to test me.
You have 2 fleetings.
I'll fucking test it
3
with my
fleetings.
best stat in the
4
world.
fleeting. You have 4 fleetings.
Holy fuck.
I'm coming. I need to triple nat 20 this roll.
You are getting your hero.
1.
Go ahead and roll me 7 more times.
Jesus.
16 is the highest. 3. 18's not the highest. 4. 5. 6. And 7. 18's my highest. I wonder if I'll get it with a... Okay, so 18
And finally,
plus
Marco,
14.
I need you to roll me after you take 1 more damage. I need you to roll me for your diligence.
Okay.
It is testing your resolve.
I am so fucking resolved right now. One, 2. It was a natural 1 on that one, so 1 and 2. And 3 is 8.
Roll me 1 final time. It's an 8 as
7.
your highest roll.
Go
No,
ahead.
It's not.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll use mine first.
Okay, cool.
It's currently my highest. 14's now my highest. Fuck it, I'll use my last one. Damn. So 14 plus 10, so 24.
Marco, I need to ask you a question.
Yes, DM Summer.
How many guidance tokens did you use during that trial?
I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7, huh?
Mm-hmm.
This is the funniest thing.
Why is
the
it funny?
funniest thing?
As you have relied on strength that was not your own, you will take 1 damage to your health and stamina for every instance you relied on someone else's power.
Fuck.
You will take 1 health. You will take another health. You will lose 1 stamina. 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 And you will lose 1 stamina. But you remain on your feet. As you dig deep, you call out for a miracle. You pull with all of your might. You feel the blade give. As it does, you find the light around you begin to completely return to a natural light. You look up as that red moon turns into a setting sun. You find all of the malice around you begin to immediately disperse. As Ganon Gorthos rushes, trying to get to you, their malice is peeling away in front of them.
No, I won't wait. I won't wait I won't wait longer. You're right there.
Marco, with just the shittiest eating grin on his face.
You will not
flashes
leave this
with
forest.
two master swords.
Hero!
You wish.
As all of you find yourselves surrounded in a warm light, as everything disperses around you and you are given your miracle. The demonic taint that was taking over the forest is completely dispelled, never to return for, well, at least until the protection wears off, maybe in around 1,000 years or so. The monsters completely gone, so none of their malice permeates through. The forest around you changes, the area around you looking as if it ages rapidly. With one final scream from Gorthos Ganon, Ganthos,
Yeah. I'm just gonna call him Thoron at some point.
you guys find you are back in your own time. Everyone with you, as came with you. Those of you who can sense different places in the forest can sense them. You can sense demise, as well as the different areas of the forest that you can go to. You have escaped and returned to your own time.
Gothos collapses.
Rodan just fucking picks up over in a giant hug and spins her around.
Marco comes over with two master swords and promptly collapses as well.
There's just digging through the big inflated Ophi.
As you are digging in one Ophi, the other two Ophies are looking around at all these collapsed people.
Marco,
She's not gonna
let's go.
stop them because she's not gonna stop them because she's preoccupied right now.
Marco puts
So they
down
can
both
have fun.
Puts down both master swords and falls into the embrace of Ophi. Hug me, Ophi.
As the final, there's a croak from over where Magic Frog is, as Matilda, laying on them, begins to open their eyes. And unlike whenever you found them and they had that strange, glazed over, confused look to them,
Minus 49 then.
find they look around at everyone with recognition. As Matilda sees all of you, she smiles. The miracle of the Master Sword having given back her cognizance as well. And I think with everyone returning and everyone taking on the biggest fight that you guys have gone through and making sure that everything came back as well as it could have. We'll see if anything has changed from your guys' interventions. I think with all that, we're going to end things there for the night. Happy April Fool's Day.
Yay!
And it's technically 14 minutes after, but you know, whatever.
Depends on where you are. But what
We showed that April Fool, right? Fuck you, Gannon.
Are these bodies just actual stalls now?
Who knows, man?
Fuck.
I found my beam.
You have your dual wielding Master Sword.
X-beam.
And one of them is actually your Master Sword. So you actually get to be the one in charge of this one, which means that you're actually going to be gaining the extra crit on bad things.
Yay!
Or not the extra crit, the extra damage on bad things.
Yeah.
You already have the extra crit.
Yeah, I got so much credit. I don't need any more.
Yeah, Northo's just lying on the ground laughing and just collapse. Just hear muffled fucking cackling from inside of me.
Wait, what did you post? Spoiler.
Yay.
Fuck is he?
Fuck!
We did it.
God damn it, it's tagged.
Yeah. I can't actually believe how well that went.
Incredible.
Also, fuck you, Time. I gave myself my own body.
I can't believe it. Clarity wasn't just a witch. She was clairvoyant of the future. She did so to prepare me for the duel.
We are the ones who gave Gorthos his first body.
I love that. That was such a good fucking idea.
Mm-hmm.
And the best part for Gorthos, he actually saved one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Atlanta's here. And they have the determination to attempt to wield the Lionel spear without having the gauntlets.
Yeah, she wielded it really fucking well.
It's almost like she was always strong.
Yeah. We did it. We saved the forest.
From this cataclysm.
From this, there's still like 3 other cataclysms that are affecting the forest, but you know, in time.
Yeah, but we know how to solve one of them now. We got Z to get rid of the bad juju and the brains.
Well, that's true. We did kind of solve that one a little bit.
We have the means of that, and the means to kill the rock, and the means to defend demise. After so long, we've actually, I think we're done it. I think we're ready.
Guys, we made progress.
We made progress after 125 sessions. We made progress on our first mission. We finally
we did it, boys.
On our first
finally, Metroidvania.
I'm glad we're finally a 4th way into the campaign.
Yeah.
Now it's time to spend 40 sessions in Castletown. Aw, yeah.
Man,
You all deserve it. You deserve a Castletown break.
Town break. Build up our stuff. Make new armor.
Time for an outfit shade.
And another out. We just had one not too long ago.
I know, it's the joke.
It's
Maybe
great.
Not. We'll see.
Listen, we need another output per gallon.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We need Gallon with the jorts.
You know what's really funny about Marco's whole getup? He's just another boy in green.
I sure am.
He's a boy in green.
Just
Hold
as
the
I
Master
wanted to be
Sword.
green.
With a hat, with an iconic hat.
Let's make the Master Sword into the Force Sword. Look, they just have to go back 2 times and then fuse them together.
Fuck you, watch me cut it in half and half again. It'll be sick.
This is no longer the Master Sword. It's the Master Twin Blade.
we just have to find a way to fuse it at the hilt like a fucking double billion lightsaber.
Time finds a way of fixing itself. We'll see what happens to that other sword.
The Master Sword.
It'll stay. It'll probably be around for a while.
It'll be around until the end of the campaign.
Until we have to come back to the forest and deliver it to 1,000 years in the past so that we can get it out.
until you throw it into the expanse to see what happens.
It just falls perfectly into the slot that they pulled it out from.
There's always a Soul Reaver. I wonder if we get. I like Legacy K. I think it's a good story.
I'm gonna be honest. When you said Soul Reaver, I thought immediately of Soul Edge, so I thought it was Soul Calibur thing you were trying to reference.
I thought it was Reaper.
Damn you both. Damn you both.
We are gonna end the recording here. Thank you guys very much for showing up and listening to us be all silly. I'm glad that we got to get through everything as well as we did. What you giggling over at? Who you giggling at? Well, you know what's happening. You have 20 seconds before I don't care anymore.
Everyone's put it in the chat.
Our Zelda chat.
The old meme in our group chat.
I forgot about it.
I gotta tell you, this is pretty terrific. Go on the Discord. Maybe you guys will see it if they throw it in the Discord.
You need to cut out the new Marco face though.
I do. I need to make the meme again.
So all that being said, guys, hope everybody enjoyed themselves. We enjoyed ourselves. Have questions, comments below. Till next time. Like always. Later days.
Bye-bye.
Fucking hell yeah, baby. Let's go.